From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets. Yo, 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 yo. What is good? What is good? Hold on, let me get my stuff together now. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Let's get right. All right, we are here, man. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We in the building. Yes, y'all know what it is. The doctors in the house, ladies and gents, man, brethren and sistren. Let's get this show popping, huh? Let me fix my my camera and all that, you know. Good to see y'all, man. Good to see y'all. You know, we live on a Monday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Probably more than that. We about to start turning up for real, for real. Yeah. First off, before we get started with the show, man. Hopefully y'all been blessed. Hopefully y'all been blessed. Had a great day, man. Let's say a little quick prayer, man. I want to thank God for letting us see a wonderful, beautiful day, and let's enjoy these days that you have granted us with, you know, to see and show appreciation and love and give you the glory. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so let's get it popping, man. So I have a lot of things I want to talk about as always. You know, if I have nothing to talk about, I won't even kick off the show. You know, so hopefully. I'm gonna stir the pot now. The pot is gonna be stirred, man. It's gonna be, you know, I'm a doctor, but you ain't know I'm a chef too, you know. About to be Chef P in this thing, you know. Big Chef Doc. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, so first thing I want to talk about, man, is you know, of course, which I'm still not over, by the way. We had a wonderful weekend of boxing. I'm still not over the Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia battle, man, that went the boxing matchup that transpired this weekend. It was crazy. It was nothing short of awesome, you know, and it's just like it makes me love boxing. No matter who you're going for, how do you not like boxing? You know, such a surprising. The way that went down was surprising, you know, and this is coming from somebody who I bet money on Garcia. I actually won money, you know, but I didn't even know he was gonna win. You know, I bet on him because I like him more. You know, he was the underdog. He was so much the underdog that it didn't even make sense to put on Devin Haney. Those, you know me, I just like to put a little. I didn't put much money on it, but you know, I put a little bit on it, and I had Devin Haney winning. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, man. So but what I do have an issue with, and I do think that people are going to misunderstand what I'm saying. You know, especially if you just hear a clip or you don't listen to the whole thing. But nevertheless, we're going to talk about it, man. That's not my business. My business is just talk about how I feel and what I see and what I observe and keep it funky and, you know what I'm saying? As funky as possible. And that's what we do, man. So, look, check this out, man. So, first off, we gonna get to the controversy. But first, I want to say that Ryan Garcia, from what I'm hearing, is he said he's going to take a year off. A year off for boxing. I think it's well-deserved. But not only is it well-deserved, you know, because he just came off of that. But I think not just off of his win, you know, but I like I said, I know a lot of people think that he was outsmarted us because he won. Like I said, I maintain my position. I don't think that I think he had more of a grip on what was going on than we were led to believe. But I don't think it was 100% him playing us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he I don't think it was all a ruse. I think it had some sincerity in it. I think that he really is probably getting overwhelmed. But like I said, I think he did a masterful job at compartmentalizing his issues, you know, between his mental health and then, of course, with his family situations. He recently had a divorce and a child, and then with the fight, you know, he was able to keep himself focused and stuff like that. And, you know what I'm saying, that's a testament to your faith and your strength. But I don't think that it was fully him playing it off, but I don't think it's disrespectful because some people are saying he got lucky. I don't there's no luck in in boxing, unless you're saying hard luck is when hard work meets preparation. But as far as just being lucky, you didn't just wake up and just go beat Devin Haney. You know, they have a history of having, you know, they're 3-3 of their amateurs, so they have a history of having a good battles and good matches. So that's what transpired now, you know, and they have a familiarity with each other. So, you know, I just think that Ryan Garcia won because if it was the flip side, you know, and this is what I said too about Devin Haney. You know, I said if Devin Haney would have won, then the excuses would have came in. Oh, you beat a Ryan Garcia that wasn't focused. You know, he needed help. So you can't have it both ways. The fact that the better man just won. Ryan Garcia is he demonstrates you know a fighting spirit. He demonstrated that he was the better man last night. He was strong and he still had his fast reflexes and all that stuff. And Devin Haney, he showed that he was a fighter too. You know, he kept getting off the canvas and stuff like that. But I will say this though, you know, Ryan Garcia is clapping back at everybody right now. All the commentators, the Haney team, all his naysayers, and I don't blame him. He deserves that. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the butt of many jokes and a lot of skepticism. But that's I think a lot of people are taking his responses too seriously. You know, like you can't say it's one thing to be a commentator, right? Or an analyst or an expert or have an opinion and you have some type of popularity about yourself. There's nothing wrong with picking a team or picking a side by picking a winner. You're not necessarily picking a side by picking a winner. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's like me. I have no problem saying that I like Ryan Garcia more, but I thought the smart money was on Devin Haney, and I thought Devin Haney was going to win. But I never said that Ryan Garcia had zero chance to win, you know. And some people were saying that. Some people were saying, oh, he had zero chance to win, like Ryan Garcia is not even a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So he rightfully so is going to be disrespected by that. So I think a lot of people that are feeling disrespected, you know, like I'm not just speaking on one person, you know, speaking about a lot of the boxing community that completely wrote him off. I actually, like I said, I will say it again. I thought Ryan Garcia was going to lose too, but I did not think he didn't have a chance because like I said, I put money on him. So I didn't. It's not like if I thought he had no chance, I don't care what the odds, I wouldn't put money on him. So I thought he had a chance, but I think that he's clapping back and he's mad at the people who were saying that he was a joke. He was an embarrassment to boxing. Like, you know, it's like Devin Haney, for example. Devin Haney, there's one interview where he said, man, I don't even know if this guy's taking this seriously. And that question alone shouldn't even be of Devin Haney's concern. It's easy to nitpick in hindsight. I'm not trying to nitpick on Devin Haney either because I would probably say the same thing, you know. And there's a lot of us were saying the same thing, that Ryan Garcia doesn't seem to be taking it seriously. But you should be so locked in, you should disregard how seriously he's taking it. It shouldn't even matter. You just should go in there with the intent to you take it seriously. And I think he did take it seriously, but you have the intent to kill regardless of how they're showing up. You just beat the person in front of you. And from that aspect alone, you know, with him worrying about if Ryan Garcia is taking it seriously or whatever, I think that might have made Ryan Garcia look like the strategist that he is, because it's like, okay, bet he's in his head, he's making him think that he's not taking it seriously, so maybe Devin Haney might slack off of his training or his focus a little bit, his dedication for it. I'm not saying that's the case, I'm just saying it's a possibility, you know. So right, so with Devin Haney and them were saying, Devin Haney and his team were saying that Ryan Garcia doesn't even belong in the same ring as them, he was gonna outclass him, he's a C-class fighter, he's levels above him, and then they don't know if he's taking it seriously or not. Tim Bradley and some others, you know, Paulie Malignaggi as well, saying that he has no chance and he's gonna embarrass himself and all this stuff like that. That's what he takes it personally. If you notice, he didn't really get mad at every analyst that didn't pick him, you know, and rightfully so. There's nothing wrong with picking somebody, you know. I could kind of not only sympathize with that, but I can empathize with that. So can't leave Papa, he gonna get spanked. What's up, Jensen? I agree with that. My guy Jensen in the building. So we're about to get there, Jensen. We warming up, baby. We just cooking. But yeah, I think that you know, him clapping back at everybody, rightfully so, man. And I saw somebody say, I saw him Ryan Garcia say that, you know, he made a post about him beating Devin Haney, and somebody said, oh, he's milking it, he's dragging it. He's milking it and dragging it. How is he milking it and dragging it? Sometimes I wish I could talk to these people and just be like, and when I read that, I just want to walk up to him and wish I could just play this right here. Hold on, where's it at, man? I don't even see it. That's crazy. Well, forget it then. I don't even see it. What the heck? I think I actually deleted it. Oh, no, here it goes. Yeah, he said that he's milking it and dragging it. I just want to say, shut up. Oh, my God. I don't know what's on my computer. Oh, well, let's do it again. I just want to say, shut up, bitch. There we go. There we go. It was tripping. But yeah, it's like, he just won 2 days ago. This is something that's been in preparation for months. You know what I'm saying? The training is grueling. And I only box at the amateur level. I know how that training is, man. Losing weight and all that stuff is grueling. You know what I'm saying? It's agonizing, and it takes a lot. You devote a lot of time to it. So, man, he can talk about this one for months to come. Now, of course, you don't want to do that. You don't want to drag it too long. But talk about it a couple of days. People are just ridiculous, man. If you lose, they talking trash about you. If you win and you happy about your win, they talking trash about you. That's why you just got to be a tool with your star player, like Cat Williams say, and just be happy, man, and make yourself happy, man. So I think Ryan has every right to clap back at everybody. Now, some of it, I'm not saying you should say everything that he's saying, but at the same time too, you got to express yourself. And I don't like when people will say something about somebody, discredit them, and denounce them, and then when they prove them wrong, then all of a sudden they're the victims. No, you're not a victim. You're talking trash, and you're talking trash back, and he has the ball in his court now because he proved the naysayers wrong. So you just gotta hold that. You know, that's part of it. You just gotta hold that. Ryan drinking apple juice with sparkling water, not a real beer. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking too, man. And I'm not sure. I'm just taking his word for it. He said it was beer. It was beer. But when I first saw it, I was skeptical. I was like, man, that's not beer. That's just water in a beer bottle. But yeah. So but I will say this though, with all that criticism that Ryan Garcia was taking, and this is the part that's going to be controversial. I know some people are going to disagree with me, but you guys hear me out now. Listen, Tim Bradley's right. So those of you that don't know, Tim Bradley, some others have accused Ryan of somewhat cheating because he came in heavy, you know, and he did it intentionally. Because I believe he did it intentionally. You know, it's one thing to miss weight, but it's another thing to do it intentionally. Now, I think that while I do think Tim Bradley is right, I think he's wrong for going at it in the manner in which he is right now because nobody cares. You see what I'm saying? You're right that he played the game, but nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear that right now because I'm going to tell you why nobody cares. And I'm included. I don't care that he came in 3 pounds heavy because 3 pounds is a lot now. So this is what I think. I think that Ryan Garcia has tried to make 140 before. He tried to get low, like let's say with Tank or something as an example, and he couldn't make it. And then this time, I think he actually tried. But when he got to that 143 threshold, he was like, man, freak it. I'm not going to try anymore because I'm not going to kill myself. So I'm not going to say he didn't try at all, but I don't think he gave his best effort. That's number one. Number two, Devin, he's not the first person to not make weight. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you don't make weight, what happens? If you have a belt, you get stripped of the belt. Sometimes. If you're the challenger, guess what they say? They say that, hey, you can't have the belt. You're no longer eligible to get the belt. You know what I'm saying? So and those things happen, you know, and he paid a fine. So he's not the first person to not make weight before. Now, if you want to say he's the first person to not make weight intentionally, that's not true either. You know what I'm saying? Floyd also didn't make weight against Juan Manuel Marquez. Some people say those intentional. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. The fact is, at the end of the day, whether you like it or whether you dislike it, whether you like the person or you dislike the person, somebody not making weight is somebody not making weight, whether they tried or not. So he didn't make weight and the fight went on. They could have canceled the fight. I'm not saying they would cancel the fight, but he could have canceled the fight if they didn't want to go for it. But they decided to keep going. You know, when I say they, I'm talking about Devin Haney's team in this particular case. So yes, he did stack the deck in his favor, but so what? You know, he's not the first person to do that. So I think to say it like Devin, like Ryan Garcia cheated, I think cheated is too harsh. I don't think that's cheating. Hey, you violate some of the terms, you can cancel the fight. If not, you got to keep going with the fight. You gonna move forward with the fight. Then that's what it is. You got to accept whatever comes with it. And it's funny. And another thing is to the fact that nobody cares is that if we were talking about somebody who always made weight, then okay. But Devin Haney, he makes weight, goes to 140, and he kills himself to get to 140. But then what does he do? He blows up. He did it against Regis Prograis. Shout out to Regis Prograis, who did not complain at all. Big salute to Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis just say, hey, that's karma. Because he's saying that's exactly what he did to him. And it's very true. He came in at 165 for a 140-pound fight. You know what I'm saying? You can say, oh, well, they both got bigger. They both rehydrated. But Regis Prograis was supposed to be the bigger man. And he came in at 155 or something like that. So still, Devin Haney was still at least 10 pounds heavier than even Regis Prograis, who was supposed to be the bigger man. He also blew up against Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko has said that. And, you know, he was a little mad about that. He's been doing that for a while. Kambosos too. So it's not only the fact that Ryan Garcia came in heavy, but he came in heavy against somebody who also exploits that same tactic or uses that same tactic and it exploits the same 24-hour weigh-in. You know what I'm saying? 24 hour prior to the fight weigh-in. Devin Haney exploits that to the fullest. You know, and nobody's going to complain or say anything. But this is the most important thing. Even disregarding that, disregarding the first two things that I told you, that Tim Bradley is right, that nobody cares, and then sorry, three things, and that Devin Haney also does it. But the most important thing is that nobody would care, especially if Ryan Garcia would have lost. If Ryan Garcia would have lost, nobody would have said nothing about him coming in heavy. You see what I'm saying? And nobody thought that would really play that big of a. I'm not gonna say nobody, but the majority of people did think that was gonna play that big of a factor in Ryan Garcia winning. But now that he won, now all of a sudden it's, oh, well, he came in heavy. He did this. He did that. He came in the 3 pounds. The 3 pounds makes a big difference. But if it really was that troublesome, the fight would have got canceled or whatever the case may be. So we got to stop it, man. You stop playing both sides of the fence. My boy Quinn in the building. What it do? Hey, join the YouTube side if you don't have a preference on what side we try to get monetized. Yo, what's up, Marcos? Ryan stood on business. What up, Marcos? Marcos in the building. Garcia said he wanted to see Crawford versus Gerard versus Witter. Ain't no way, Jensen. You just told me that. Like, I didn't just make a video about that already, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Jensen. I'm about to slap you, bro. Hold on, I'm about to slap you with something. Hold on, give me a second. I'm about to slap you with something. Hold on. I got you. Hold on, I got you. Give me a second. Let me find it. There it is.
Shut up, bitch!
I know that. I just dropped a video on that same thing. But yeah, so like I say, so I'm just messing with you though. Anyway, Jensen. But Ryan Garcia, bro, we cannot pick. We cannot be choosy, man. If you're gonna not like. So this is my issue with the naysayers of Ryan Garcia, right? It's one thing to pick somebody else, but then it's another thing to say that, oh, he has no chance. And then he won, right? He won, right, Quinn? So now the guy that had no chance of winning, he won, and now all of a sudden he won because of the weight. I thought he had no chance of winning. So the 3 pounds should be inconsequential, no matter how consequential it is to people who are real boxing, who are real students and boxing scholars, who are real students of the game. No matter how critical and imperative it is to make sure that you make weight, and if you don't, you have an advantage. We know this. But it doesn't matter because you said he has no chance. Meaning, if Ryan Garcia would have came in with a machine gun, he had no chance. And I shouldn't say that because, gun violence is real. So that was bad example. But, I'm not saying literally coming there. But I'm saying if he would have came in with a lion, he still had no chance. No chance means no matter what you do, there's no scenario in which you win. So if he has no chance, you're telling me that because he came in heavy on somebody who also comes in heavy, who was coined as a weight bully, that's the reason why he won? Stop it, man. Stop it, man. We go call out. We go call it like it is, man. No, don't do that, man. You can't have it both ways. Just take that L, man. Ryan Garcia surprised all of us. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I took an L a little bit better than most because with my L, I got some money on the L. You know what I'm talking about? So, hey, my boy Q in the building. Let's get right, man. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir. Don't forget to like the video. So, but yeah, man. So, we got to stop it, man. You can't have it both sides, man. I think it was great for boxing. Big salute to Devin Haney for still going on with the fight. But I think also that's a testament to the 3 pounds. Not that it doesn't mean anything, but Devin Haney got paid for it. And Devin Haney also thought that it was going to be inconsequential. He thought he was going to win anyway. But Ryan Garcia came in and he was like, hey, man, it's what it is. Now, I will say this also, too. I'm going to be honest. I think Ryan Garcia has a lot of holes in his game still. And he still has some things he needs to improve on. And I don't know if he will improve on it because I just think that styles make fights. And for whatever reason, they have their friendly rivalry. So they know each other, well acclimated with each other. I'm going to be honest. I don't think Ryan Garcia does that to anybody else of that caliber. That's also elite level boxer at 140 besides Devin Haney. Unless somebody else doesn't have a chin that we don't know about. But I just think that was tailor-made. Their matchup has always been tailor-made for each other. And Ryan Garcia had it, So I just feel like, we got to stop it, man. He said, stop talking about the 3 pounds. Devin got beat like dog. It doesn't matter. We are going to talk about it because that's part of the circumstances of the fight. That just surprised us. He also fooled us. Right. That's the thing. Exactly. And I agree. So, and then with him taking time off, I think that's not only a testament to him being happy that he won, but I think it's also a testament that I really still don't think that he's fully there mentally. You know what I'm saying? That's why I thought this was a perfect picture to have it pointed to his head. I don't think he's fully there. Now, I don't think he's as far gone as we initially thought. Or some people initially thought, but I still think that he's not fully there, And both these could exist simultaneously. These things aren't mutually exclusive, like some people try to act like it is. So, and I want to say this as well. When we are, even me, I'm at a much smaller scale, of course, because we just started with our boxing channel, man, and Lord willing, we'll grow and grow and grow exponentially. Hopefully we do it fast, but we are moving, you know what I'm saying? Big salute to y'all, man. We got 900 subscribers as well. Thank y'all. fire. But I want to say too is like a lot of people said that, including Devin Haney, said that Ryan Garcia is a quitter, right? Because he quit against Tank, right? That's what they say, right? That's what they say, right, Marcos? That's what they say, right, Jensen? Q, they say Ryan Garcia quit. You know, he quit against Tank. He got hit with a body shot. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw it, I'm gonna be honest, and maybe I give people too much of a benefit of the doubt. When I first saw it, I was like, dang, man, that's a hell of a body shot. I didn't think that he quit. You know, so granted, okay, so it's semantics, right? To a certain extent. It's semantics where you say somebody quit and somebody didn't get up. It could be semantics from on the surface, but when you scratch below the surface, when you say quit, somebody getting knocked out is not the same as quitting. So he wasn't knocked out cold, but he didn't get up because it's a body shot. Sometimes a body shot is debilitating. You know what I'm saying? So like if you I'm trying to think of some examples like let me give you Oscar De La Hoya from B-Hop. When B-Hop hit Oscar De La Hoya with a body shot. I remember sometimes some people accused him of being a fake one, but I don't remember it being to this extent and lasted so long over Oscar De La Hoya's career that he's known for quitting. I don't think he was ever known for quitting, but I do remember people questioning if he was if he quit for a little bit, right? But not to this point to where it's hanging over his career like how it is with Ryan Garcia right now. So did B-Hop make Oscar De La Hoya quit, or did he just get a body shot to where he couldn't continue? You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference there. Also, did Matthew Macklin quit against Triple G? That was a body shot. He didn't get up from that. Did he quit? Did Maidana quit from Amir Khan? When Amir Khan hit him with a body shot? I'm trying to think who was all these body shots. So why did Ryan Garcia quit? Ryan Garcia, if you remember, his nose was bleeding. It wasn't like he wasn't taking no punches. That was the first time he got hit in that fight. His nose was leaking. So he was already, it's Tank too, man. So whether you go to sleep and you knocked out, or you can't get up and you knocked out, or you get hit in your face, you can't get up and you knocked out, or you get hit in the stomach and it's a stoppage, or the ref stops it or the quarter stops it, or you can't get up from off your knee from a body shot, to say that someone's quitting, that's kind of disrespectful, right? So now that's why. So I'm just letting you know this is what I would be thinking if I just won and I'm thinking about everybody else talking trash about me. So of course I'm gonna clap back at y'all very hard. It was hype, but Ryan was hurt. Thank you. They did, but that body shot hit him. That body shot hit him hard. Ryan versus Sean O'Malley boxing. Stop that. Ryan Ryan would beat the hell out of Sugar Sean O'Malley in boxing. So I just wanted to say that too, man. So when people say he quit, everybody that gets hit with a body shot, not only do they not quit, they're not considered quitters, but no one even alleges, accuses them of quitting or alleges that they quit. So these are the things that people have said about Ryan Garcia. So like deservedly so, he should be upset. He should be upset, and this is his time to shine, man. Don't try to take that away from him with extra nonsense about I was just doing this, I was just repeating or just doing my job. Yeah, but you could be an analyst and you could be a commentator, you could be a quote unquote expert, you could talk about fighters and still have some type of respect, because there's been plenty of times when people pick other fighters over another fighter, but they don't have all these allegations and stuff like that. Now, granted, I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia didn't deserve some of this stuff, because he was having some antics and distractions and stuff like that, and he was putting on, and if he was setting up the troll, then that's also fair game as well. But I just don't like when people try to act oblivious to why Ryan Garcia is responding to how he is now. And I just think we all gotta be, just like he has to take accountability. We all have to take accountability. Those who say that Ryan is a quitter are clowns. They don't know anything about boxing. Did they ever feel what a body shot? Exactly. And it's Tank. So that's the thing. People accuse him of quitting against Tank because it was about. Now, Devin Haney saying he's a quitter, that's fine. That's your opponent. You're supposed to talk trash. That's okay. I'm not talking about Devin Haney and the Haneys or whatever and the teams and people that go against him. I'm talking about the people that are supposed to be experts and analysts. So if you say that, if you allege that he quits as a professional boxer, you know what I'm saying? That it's how hypocritical is that? On one hand, we say Tank has a 93 knockout rate and he's known for his power and he's known for KOs, but then he hits somebody to the body and the guy doesn't get up, and then all of a sudden he's a quitter. How, like, you know what I'm saying? You see that's contradictory right there. So and you're supposed to be the expert. If you're supposed to be the expert, and you're supposed to be the go-to person and the person that should be able to empathize with these types of things and be able to explain it, then that's something that a casual would say. Let the casual say that Ryan Garcia quit. But as expert, you're supposed to give the boxer, especially if you're a former boxer, you're supposed to give a benefit of the doubt. And if you don't, then of course Ryan Garcia is going to be mad about that, as he should be. I would question his sanity if he wasn't upset. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm not giving him an excuse to say the things that he said, you know, but we got to take that into consideration as well, man. If we want some people to take accountability, we also have to return that same favor and that same responsibility and take accountability ourselves. You know, Tank took somebody else's out with a body. Thank you. Tank also, yes. So he's not the only one. Tank needs to fight a real name. Ryan was a joke at 136. You saying that Tank needs to fight a real name is implying that he hasn't fought any real names, and you mentioning Ryan Garcia. So I'm not going to lie, Marcos, you're my guy. And I know you just like to stir the pot, so I'm not going to go in on you like I normally would. But that's crazy. Ryan Garcia is nowhere near the top contender, that the best opposition that Tank has had. So that was stupid. I'm gonna be honest. So if you think that Ryan Garcia is Tank's best opponent, then yeah, he doesn't have to prove anything. I think some people, and I also think that's equally foolish to say that, oh, well, Ryan Garcia looks better against Devin Haney, so we want to see the Tank rematch because he'll do better against Tank. First of all, Tank and Devin Haney are not the same fighter. Be honest with you, if that was Tank and Devin Haney, we already this kind of solidified what a lot of us already think. Now that don't mean that things can't change, but I always thought that Tank would knock out Devin Haney early, and to me that this Ryan Garcia not beating up Devin Haney in the fashion that he did, brutalizing him. It adds to that, you know. It adds you know, supporting evidence to that. So Tank is a better boxer than Devin Haney. I've always said that. I've always thought that. That doesn't mean that if Tank and Devin Haney fought, I would have Tank. That doesn't mean I'm 100% right. I don't know. You know, I don't know, but that's where my money would go. I think Tank would end him in a short night. And the fact that Ryan Garcia, no disrespect, but he couldn't even finish him. You could say, oh, Harvey Dog, the referee was interfering again in the way. Despite that, Tank would have got him up out of there. So what transpired between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia has no implication on what would happen between Tank and Ryan Garcia if they fought again. These are separate fighters. I don't know why people even say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, to me, that's nonsensical. That means you're reaching. I think Barrios, sorry, when he said Tank took somebody. Yeah, Mario Barrios, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I just think that we just got to stop reaching, man, and you just got to take it for what it is, man. I think that Tank could get upset too. Of course, nobody's perfect, and no, you know what I'm saying. So people could get upset, and upsets do happen in boxing. They have upsets a year. I just think Ryan Garcia, I'm gonna take it for what it is, man. That was a great fight. And he did his thing now. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. So they got the Devin Haney memes, man. People saying that like I said with Ryan Garcia, that he's milking it and he's going at people too hard and too long, bro. He just won 2 days ago. Hell no. He got at least another week or two in him, in my opinion, to keep going at his naysayers, man. That's just what it is, man. You got to get that recompense, because he was slighted, you know. But I will say this though about the Devin Haney and the memes he's doing. I saw something. I can't remember who posted it, but somebody posted that his family. Devin Haney's family were celebrating, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, whether they win or lose, they get a lot of money. Well, the high caliber fighters do, you know, they get at the elite level. When you have a celebrity and you know, mainstream boxer, you get a lot of money. So even in a loss, you get a lot of money. So they have footage of his family taking Devin Haney out, and he had like a cake, and they're saying, and still the champ. And people, you know, people are just on the internet, man. People have no lives, and they have no compassion, and they have no, but like I said, I like Ryan Garcia more than I like Devin Haney, but I still respect Devin Haney. And I think that's what, like I said, with Ryan Garcia, he's mad at the people that even if you don't like him, you can still respect him as a fighter and respect his integrity as a fighter. And that, in my opinion, is his biggest issue. So as much as even if I don't like Devin Haney, because I don't like their antics, I don't like Devin Haney and Bill Haney's antics, I feel like they be capping a lot, but I do appreciate Bill Haney, because I think he's funny, and I do admire and applaud what him and his son were able to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? That's dope and that's fire. But, you know, so his family was taking Devin Haney out after the fight, and they said, and still the champ. And said, people were mocking, saying, and still the champ. He shouldn't be the champ. He's only the champ because Ryan Garcia came in, because Ryan Garcia missed weight and all this stuff. So the same people that are talking trash about Ryan Garcia winning, the same people denouncing Devin Haney, saying that he's not the champ. He should be ashamed to call himself the champ. I just want to provide some clarity, man. Devin Haney is a champ with or without a belt. So I'm gonna tell you that right now, man. You know, I think Deion Sanders said it best. You know, he was a champion before he was a champion, man. When Devin Haney is and what he means by that, for those of you that are imbeciles and ignorant and overall stupid. Like, you have to get a better grasp on life. Devin Haney is a champ, and he's definitely a champion of his family. You see what I'm saying? He's always going to be a champ because he should be celebrated by his family because he's most likely the breadwinner. He's most likely the person that brought some wealth to his family and brought him probably from a lower tax bracket to a higher tax bracket. He's probably taking care of, not probably, I'm sure he's taking care of a lot of people in his family. So he is a champion from that standpoint. So when they say and still champion, they're not. I don't know them personally, but I know what I would be saying is that I'm celebrating my guy. Even with a loss, he's still a champion. Still keep your head up. Even in boxing. And let's talk about what we see Roy Jones. We still call him champ. And not saying that these guys are and girls are any of the same caliber of fighters as Roy Jones, but once you box, they call you champ. Especially when you actually are a champion, they call Chris Algieri champ. He had a championship and he lost it. So even when you lose, Paulie Malignaggi champ, Floyd champ, everybody, that's just a respect that you give to boxers. So them calling him a champion, I think is more so figurative and symbolic of the things that he's accomplished and the stuff that he should be celebrated for being able to put on for his family and take care of his family at that level. You know what I'm saying? So you could be cynical all you want, and because I like to be satirical, I like to be sarcastic. But we got to remember that, man, Devin Haney is a champion. He's always going to be a champion, whether you like him or not. He should be celebrated for his family because I'm sure he changed a lot of people's lives. You know what I'm saying? For the better. But now I will say this, though. With that said, they should have put that on the internet. Shame on them for recording. I don't know why they recorded it. That's the thing with social media. So while I am saying that because this is my platform and I'm gonna kick it to you how I want to kick it to you and kick it to you from the heart. While I am saying that, and I do mean that, however, people are going to criticize that. This is what the internet is. So you're going to get, and you kind of deserve all the trash talk that you get thrown at you because you got to know that everything ain't sweet. Everybody's not rooted for you. And some people are there just to kick you while you're down. Shit, some people will kick you while you're up. So they're going to kick you while you're down. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that people can't talk trash. Some people do, the internet trolls and all that stuff. They don't know when to quit, and a lot of them be depressed themselves. That's what they say. The way I always say it, if you focused on what somebody else is doing so much, then you can't be doing nothing for yourself. You got to go get some business for yourself. So a lot of people are there to just poke fun at you and stuff like that. And I don't think they should have put it on the internet. You keep some stuff private. They could have did that privately without recording and put it on the internet, but they did. And so, hey, you get what comes with it, man. So you can't complain if you voluntarily put it out there. Everybody's not gonna like it. Some people are gonna be negative and stuff like that. So you got to take that on the chin as well. I just thought it was funny, but yeah, he is. I just want to be very clear. Devin Haney is a champion. He's always gonna be a champion, but he might just be a title holder right now when it comes to the literal 140 belt. He might be holding the belt. I don't know if he's a champion like Subriel Matias and Isak Cruz and Teofimo a champion right now. You know what I'm talking about? Because that loss was bad. But of course, figuratively and technically speaking, he's a champion figuratively because what he was able to accomplish for himself and his family changed their lives. And then also he's a champion technically because, and literally because he didn't lose the belt because the belt wasn't on the line because Ryan Garcia didn't make weight. So he said that's one right there. That's a fact, Q. Tank versus Pitbull rematch. What do you think? I got Tank all day. I got Tank at 135 or 140 against Pitbull, to be honest. Yeah, and then Tank Ryan versus. Okay, so speaking of the rematch, I don't think Devin should take that rematch. In my opinion, now, I think that he should. I don't even think he should have a tune-up. I think Devin Haney should probably take a break. Granted, I'm not him. I'm not saying that he can't beat Ryan Garcia, but right now, I think, in my opinion, I think that holds something over you. A type of beating like that, I think it's gonna stay with you for a while. This is me speculating now. So I think he should take some time off, and get his stuff together, and then he comes back, get a tune-up fight, and then maybe if you want to get the rematch, I really don't. I haven't really been fought. I'm one person that I do like rematches and I respect rematches, but I'm not the type of person that feels like everybody has to get a rematch. No, you don't have to get a rematch if you don't. Sometimes you can just move on. So if Devin Haney decided to move on, I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that at all. But then if he did, but the flip side of that is if you do decide to move on, and let's say you go out and call somebody out like Tank or Shakur, they're gonna use that against your firepower, and And it is what it is. You got to take that, you know. And I might say it too. I'm like, hey, you ain't even go avenge that loss of Ryan Garcia. So I do think it be something. I do think it's a certain prideful, you know, it's a certain pride to you to go and want to avenge your losses, like Lennox Lewis. That's why he's my favorite heavyweight of all time, man. Lennox Lewis, he's everybody he's been in the ring with, he's beaten. He's not undefeated, but the few losses that he has, he avenged them. You know, when he got that L back. I mean, he got that dub back. You know, he avenged that L. Same with Subriel Matias right now. There's one person that Subriel Matias lost to, he rematched him and he beat him. So he beat everybody he's been in the ring with, even despite not being undefeated. But I will say this though too. Speaking of, no matter what Devin Haney does, some people are saying that Devin Haney should split from Bill after this loss, and Bill Haney's not good for Devin Haney. Like I don't know. People are just so extreme, man. It makes me feel like, dang, sometimes I gotta like think for a little bit and pray and ask my mom and stuff. Like, am I crazy? But like, I know I ain't crazy. This is common sense ain't that damn common. Why would you split from Bill Haney from your first loss? Now, I'm not saying he's not going to do that. I'm not saying that he shouldn't do that. I don't think I am saying he shouldn't do it because I don't think he should. But if he was to do that, I think it'll be okay. But to say that he has to and he definitely has to leave because he lost once. Now, if he loses a couple more times back to back, or even if he loses consecutively, you know, say if he loses another match, then okay. But he has one loss. The rest of his career, he's the youngest undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. One of the youngest to ever be undisputed. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of these accomplishments and accolades. So all this was accomplished with his father at his side, you know, and directing him and steering him, you know, bringing him down to Mexico, do whatever it was, you know, managing his career. So I'm not saying that Devin Haney can't bring somebody else in and maybe get a second opinion. You know, I don't know if his dad, I feel like if that's your dad and he really wants the best for you, he'd understand. You know, and they'll figure that out anyway. Maybe you can bring somebody in and give another opinion, maybe give some guidance, maybe give some tips, or you know what I'm saying, and maybe give some of their expertise. But to say that Devin Haney needs to leave Bill Haney because he's holding him back, man, you could argue that Devin Haney wouldn't be what he was if it was for Bill Haney's tutelage and instruction and guidance. You know what I'm saying, whether you like him or not. So Haney went through hell to get the belt, and where he was, Ryan showed up, stole it all. It was definitely going to water run back. He's definitely going to water run back. I don't think you say Zed, he said also have you gone back and looked at Ryan versus Tank. Ryan looked super malnourished. I don't care about that. Like that means nothing, Zan. I mean, he agreed to the terms. He came in at 135. Or sorry, it was a catchweight at 136. That's not Tank's fault that Ryan Garcia wanted to fight at 135, and that's the whole point that I'm making when it comes to this weight stuff. These are the terms. These are the negotiations. You negotiate in the contract the size of the gloves that you use. Everything is negotiable. So I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, this person was super heavy. Oh, this person was super light. That's what they agreed upon. It wasn't forced upon you. You didn't have to agree to it. We are grown. They are grown. You see what I'm saying? So whether he looked malnourished or not, or whether he looked extra heavy against Devin Haney, it doesn't matter. Whether he looked malnourished against Tank, it doesn't matter. That's what they decided to do. So that doesn't sway me either way. Number one. And what up, Zan? Join the YouTube side as well. Join the YouTube side, man. Go to the YouTube side where you're trying to get monetized at. And you said that Ryan Garcia came in and stole it. I don't think he stole it at all. Ryan Garcia also worked hard to get where he's at. You know, he wasn't as decorated as Devin Haney. But he didn't steal anything. They came in there and fought, and Ryan Garcia was a better man that night. And you can argue, if you want to say that Ryan Garcia stole it, I'm just using the verbiage that you use. If you want to say he stole it, then you can say that Devin Haney stole some of his stuff too, because he came in. That's what I'm saying. He came in heavy against Lomachenko. He came in heavy, and some people say that he lost that fight. I thought he lost that fight, but I don't think it was robbery because I think it could have went either way. I had Lomachenko winning by 1 or 2 rounds, but there was a lot of swing rounds in that fight, in my opinion. So if they had Devin Haney winning, which they did, I'm cool with it. If they had Lomachenko winning, I would have been more cool with that because I would have agreed with that. If they would have had a draw, I would have been cool with that because I thought it could go either way. I truly thought that fight could have went either way, and it went with Devin Haney way, and I'm not mad at it. So, but what I'm gonna say, if you're gonna say he came up there and stole it, let's say because he came in heavy. Well, Devin Haney came in heavy against Regis Prograis, so he stole that. He stole that belt. He came in heavy against Lomachenko. He stole that win. He came in heavy against Kambosos. He stole those belts. So once an undefeated fighter lost, people will blame him and say replace the fight. Exactly, and I think that's so premature, and I think that's so wrong. You know, but some people do that. You know, and I will say this too. Some great fighters switch trainers too. Errol Spence might be switching his trainer, you know, after that one loss to Terrence Crawford, you know, from what they're going back and forth. Canelo has switched promotional companies, and you know what I'm saying, and so sometimes you do change stuff. Deontay Wilder switched trainers, so these are just a few off the top of my head. So sometimes people do switch trainers and they switch mindsets and philosophies, and they get better. And sometimes you get worse. Even Miguel Cotto switched things up too. Tank didn't even hurt Ryan. Ryan came back stronger. Tank didn't hurt Ryan. Tank didn't hurt Ryan. Ryan didn't finish the fight, but Tank didn't hurt Ryan. Marcos. Okay, Marcos, come on, man. What are we doing right now, bro? What are we doing? You said he didn't hurt him, but Ryan Garcia didn't finish the fight. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, man. Marcos, you be getting me last, bro. But yeah, so I think that Devin Haney should stay with Bill Haney. That's just my personal opinion. Now, if he says he wants to switch, I'm not mad at that, and I hope that things just go wrong, and I hope that they can work it out between them, which I'm sure they do. You know, I feel like they have a real father-son bond, and they'll understand, you know. And I do think sometimes some people can take you to certain heights, and then they can't take you anywhere else. Or maybe, you know, and maybe that might not just be from a fighter standpoint. Maybe the fighter can't grow for the coach, and maybe also the trainer, and people don't think about this either, but maybe the coach or the trainer also can't grow anymore with the fighter that they're with, because at the end of the day, no matter how great the trainer is, it's more onus on the fighter, in my opinion. And then also too, with how, but in turn, I do think that some trainers can bring the best out of a fighter, but I do think that fighters have their peak, and but I don't think that. I think it's up to the trainer to make sure that they reach that peak, you know, and some special trainers will make you exceed that peak as well. You need milk, yeah, he need milk, blood, he need milk, bro. So with that being said, though, I want people to realize that Devin Haney, you know, like I said, and I know I'm not trying to poke at him, but this is just stuff that I've been saying. I think Devin Haney, I won't go as far as to say that he's a manufactured hype job or nothing like that. He's a good fighter. But I do think, like I said, his fights and his road and his journey to some of his accomplishments, one could argue that it was very strategic and they were very selective of their opponents, and they did exploit advantages, just like Ryan Garcia exploited his advantage. His was just a little more Ryan Garcia was a little more blunt with it, bold with it, and upfront with it, and brandish with his exploitation of some of the things that they did, some of the tactics and strategy they used. But Devin Haney used the same tactics and employed the same tactics of coming in bigger. But with that being said, I want people to know that, man, you got to be who you are. And I'm not saying that Devin Haney's not being who he is, but I do think that, you know, he was trying to be modeled after Mayweather. Teddy Bruck's shot was good. I do think that people were trying to bestow the Mayweather expectations on him. You know, same thing that they did with Adrian Broner too. And part of it to blame is Devin Haney and Adrian Broner themselves as well. I think they try so hard to be Mayweather that they forget that Mayweather was special, man. Mayweather wasn't just picking his opponents all the time or whatever. You can say that he did that towards the tail end of his career when he was already great, but Mayweather beat a lot of Hall of Famers, man, and he went through a lot of wars, and he proved himself to get to the Money Mayweather moniker before his alias, if you will, when he went by was Pretty Boy Floyd. And Pretty Boy Floyd used to go to war. You know what I'm talking about? He used to go to war with DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley. He went to, you know what I'm saying? He went in there and fought Zab Judah. Rest in peace, Arturo Gotti. He went in there and fought, you know, so it is what it is, man. He earned that, man. Silly Crip implying Ryan cheated. Yeah, I think that's crazy that people think that right. Wait, are you saying that I'm applying? So you just came in here and you just hopped in and said he called me a silly Crip? What does that even mean? What does that mean? What is it with black people? They can't ever accept defeat. Yeah, you're stupid as hell, bro. Shut up. You're dumb. You see? Shut up, bitch. You see what he just did? You see what that racist piece of shit just did? He came in my stream and he doesn't even know what I said. I've actually been defending Ryan Garcia this whole time, but this racist, stupid, ignorant piece of shit that I beat the hell out of, if you ever seen him in real life, I slapped the shit out of his ass, but I can't do that because I'm on the internet, right? I beat the hell out of his pussy ass, all the real. He came in here and said, black people can't ever accept defeat graciously, and saying that Ryan cheated. So just like Ryan Garcia said to Tim Bradley, I'm going to tell you, suck my dick. And you lucky I don't know you. I'll make you do it. He's just stupid as hell. Just dumb. I'd make you do it. Yeah. You bet that on your mama. But anyway, so let's get back to what I was saying before this ignorant piece of shit came in here talking out the side of his neck. I really think that, man, when we when people, man, bro, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, man. Some people just really need their ass whooped, man. Some people really need their ass whooped, man. I'd love to be the one to do it. But anyway, so I think that while people try to emulate other people, especially Mayweather, we got to realize and appreciate how great Mayweather was. I do think that Devin Haney, like I said, I think it's too harsh to say that he was a manufactured hype job. But I do think that Ryan Garcia exposed him, and Ryan Garcia was just a better fighter. Don't take anything away from Ryan Garcia. He was just a better man, and I think that it was gonna happen eventually. If it wasn't Ryan Garcia, I mean, I think, to be honest, I think Devin Haney had successfully navigated through fighting Tank. You know, I don't know if that was ever gonna happen, but eventually it was gonna catch up to him. You know, and then Ryan Garcia was just the one that they underestimated, and Ryan Garcia deserves all the kudos, man. All the kudos, bro. But yeah, my boy supporter in the building was good. The racists are going crazy now that Ryan got a credible win. Yeah. I don't get that, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm not into being prejudiced, and I don't like that. I really would put hands on you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't respect that at all. I think you're a scum of the earth, and you're projecting your feelings onto others. So you're a goofy, bro. I don't want to hit you. I beat the shit out you. I ain't gonna lie. I literally have you shitting yourself. All jokes aside, I'm not gonna lie. So, cause you're a racist piece of shit, and you came in here projecting your feelings onto others. No, you're just a racist, ignorant, low life, dumbass piece of shit. That's it. Don't put that on other people. Don't put that on. That's how you feel. You only like people based on the complexion of their skin. That's your issue. That's not my issue. You came in here for no reason and said that. This whole I've been on stream for 45 minutes talking about how good Ryan Garcia is and how much he deserved, and you came in here, hopped in, talking about how come black people don't like da 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 da. No, you don't like black people. That's on you. That's your issue. And I don't care what you like or dislike, but I beat the shit out you. I promise you that. Just like the Crip that you think I am. whatever gangster you think I am, I promise you I'd show you. If you ever gave me the opportunity, I promise you I'll show you. Give your boy a wrench. I'll start blocking these clowns. Now, I don't want to block them. No, you know, let them expose themselves. Let them expose themselves. You know. So, as long as I've been streaming, you can accuse me of many things, but being prejudiced or liking a boxer because of their complexion, I'm too smart for that. You know what I'm saying? And you think that because you're dumb, and you think that other people are as dumb as you. Nobody's as dumb as you. You just prove that you're the dumbest person in this stream right now. But I beat the stupidity out your ass. Bro, we all love our culture, no racist. We all love our cultures, no racist. I don't know what you're talking about right now, Marcos. Andre Durrell is kind of back, and he is fighting at 175. I want to see him versus... Ooh, Khalil Cole and Andre Durrell would be a crazy matchup. I think Andre Durrell... Well, how old is Andre Durrell? Andre Durrell might be 40, right? I don't know. I'm not saying that that's too old, but I might have to go with the young bull on that one. But yeah, so like... I just say my bad for letting that dude have it right there, man. My bad. I really would put hands on him, though. I mean that from the depths of my soul. I put hands on you, boy. But yeah, so I just think that, like I said, with Devin Haney, man, I don't know what Devin Haney does next. I think he should take some time off. If him and Ryan Garcia, let's say him and Ryan Garcia meet again, and they actually meet at 140, I don't think that the outcome will change. I think Ryan Garcia still wins. And that's it. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything because you didn't give me the opportunity. Yeah, we going to go ahead and ban your stupid ass. You tell me I'm not going to do anything. You would never give me the opportunity. Show me where you're at. Where do you live, bro? Where do you live, bro? I'm in Florida. You happen to be in Florida? You're not going to do anything? Yeah, exactly. This man said the N-word. This man called all types of, bro. That don't bother me, bro. That does not bother me at all, bro. You can say whatever you want on the internet. Your life is terrible, bro. That don't bother me. That was me further know that I beat the hell out you. He says Texas probably. Teddy Bruckshot in the building. But yeah, I just feel like, man, Ryan Garcia, I don't think that there's anything that Devin Haney could do to change that outcome, man. Even if they fought at 140, they're both going to rehydrate. And I don't see the outcome changing. I really don't see the outcome changing, man, at all. So I think that people are saying that, right? Like I said, people miss weight all the time. People miss weight all the time, and if they don't miss weight, then they come in and they rehydrate. You know what I'm saying, 20 something plus pounds. So I don't think there's anything wrong with what Ryan Garcia did, and it's gonna happen again. You know, the only way it doesn't happen is if people actually fight at their proper weight class. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens because people aren't fighting at their natural weight class, whatever. You don't have to be at your natural weight. So I'm not saying that you should fight at what you walk around at, but you shouldn't be killing yourself. This is my opinion now. He just turned 40, but I would like to see how Khalil deals with a technical fighter. Yeah, that's true. And we see that Andre Jarrell has been working. He's still been working with David Benavidez, right? He just got some work in with David Benavidez, and they both look good. Granted, I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw some clips and stuff like that. They both look good. I was actually shocked that he was giving so much good work to David Benavidez. San Antonio or New Mexico, Texas, San Antonio, Mexico. Those dudes I ain't gonna lie, Teddy, man. A lot of people say stuff on the internet that they wouldn't even think around you. If they met you, they wouldn't even breathe around you. They'll walk around like this with their head down. I'm about that life. I promise you I am. I'm about that. Everything you just said, bro. I'll make it applicable. Nah. That's just what it is. I don't play with that. I don't play with that. I don't play with that at all. I don't mind people being dumb, but don't think other people are as dumb as you. You just stupid as hell. You're an idiot. So I still want Devin to check. Style makes fights, but nah. Devin, in my opinion, wouldn't get close. I mean, if you saw that sparring, I know I'm a real life goon. I know, yeah, facts. I'm not saying I'm not that. I'm not that way at all. I'm not that way at all. But you know, because I try not to be. I don't try to be that way. I try not to be that way. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah. So I think. But no, that's where I come from though. Bro, Florida Latinos are racist too. Yeah, people are. There's a lot of racism out there, and all over the world, especially in boxing. But that's just ignorant losers that think like that though. You know what I'm saying? That's just ignorant losers, and scums of the earth. They always gonna be losers. I got them heads, bro. I can show them better than I can tell them. Q. I ain't saying I'm the best fighter, but I wasn't an amateur boxer for no reason. You know what I'm talking about? You know, I didn't start fighting once I started being a boxer. I started being a boxer because I was like fighting. But yeah, so anyway, we gonna get off that scrub. But I would say this though, I think that I don't think the outcome changes for Devin Haney at 140. And then back to somebody said styles make fights. You want to see Devin versus Tank? Now I will say this: people have grown, and that was a long time ago, but. I think the story was already been written from when Jorge Linares tapped him up. And if you don't want to go back as far as a sparring session with Devin Haney and Tank, like I said, I do think that they both grew, but I think that some things don't change. I think Ryan Garcia proved that. I don't think, bro. I'd be surprised if Devin Haney gets past 8 or 7 rounds with Tank. To be honest, yeah, he just came in and just started running his dick suckers. Or you be my boy. Yeah, and then he said, "Who, Harvey Doc?" What you talking about, Harvey Doc? With a me left hook and the overhand right, bro. That's the thing. I don't even like to get like that, bro. But I don't tolerate that stuff, bro. You either gonna come in here and have a conversation and you talk, you know what I'm saying, and express yourself. But if just because somebody doesn't agree with you, they're racist or they don't, bro. I was in here talking about how good Ryan Garcia is, how much I like it, and that's the type of stuff that's wrong because people like that will make somebody like me or somebody who doesn't care about that stuff. Make them think that way because they think that way, but you shouldn't think that way, man. People are just losers, man. You let losers be losers. That's why he has a loser mentality. That's why he would come in somebody's stream and think that because he thinks like that other people think like that. No, other people don't think like that, bro. You just a low life piece of shit. Your mama ain't proud of you. You know what I'm talking about? Your daddy don't know you. You know. Because that's how you act, man. That's how you carry yourself, man. You guys got to be. I don't even know how people. I mean, I'm human, of course. We all see. When people say that they don't see color, I think that's a lie. You know, we all see stuff, but it's just what you act on. You know what I'm saying? I don't treat anybody differently because of what they look like. I treat people based on how they present themselves. If you present yourself like an asshole, like a dumbass, like that dude, then I'm gonna treat you like one. And I wish I could put my hands on you, because I make you feel like one. If Latinos support boxing like that, never read they deserve a bed would be pay-per-view stars. Bro, I love boxing. Latinos support boxing a lot. Everybody supports boxing. People support boxing. So that's a common misconception right there. Like, Latinos aren't the only ones that support boxing. I mean, in Latino countries, to be fair, people say that because in Latino countries, boxing is usually the biggest sport. And boxing and soccer, right? Just like except for America. America, the biggest sport is basketball and American football. So when people say that, they say that because they think Americans don't like boxing. Well, that is true. Americans typically, boxing is not a big sport in America, but every other nation, you know what I'm saying? Whether you talk about a nation in or a country or a nation in South America, a country or a nation in Africa, a country or a nation in Europe, so whether you talk about England, Nigeria, or Brazil, let's say, not so much Brazil, but let's say Argentina, boxing is big over there. You see what I'm saying? But in America, boxing is not the biggest sport, so that's why people say that. But people love boxing all over the place. But I'll admit, boxing is not the biggest sport in America, not even close. Virgil eyeing on Spence, he ain't taking the rematch. Is Bati Payne talk, right? Just a money fighter. Don't expect him to fight other boxers. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with Ryan Garcia. Yeah, talk to about supporter. I don't think there's anything wrong with first of all, nothing wrong being proud of who you are. So there's nothing wrong being proud of who you are, but you should being proud of who you are is not the same as demeaning somebody else because they're not what you are. You should always be proud. I'm proud as hell that I'm black. I love that. But me being proud of what I am and who I am has nothing to do with me being condescending towards people because they're not. You see what I'm saying? That's where the problem comes, and that's what that dude's issue was. I say it's a brother. The number one killer of us is pride and emotion, bro. The NBA is not popular. NCAA. Well, he said the NBA is not. Oh man, I want Ryan as the old versus the old head. Ryan Garcia versus Ishmael Barroso. That'd be a good match. I think Ryan wins that. I don't think there's anything wrong with Ryan Garcia. I know a lot of people say this, that he should get a belt. He should want the belt. Like I said, man, unfortunately, whether you like it, I don't know why people I don't know if they have their heads in the sand. And I will say this. I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia is at that pinnacle, you know what I'm saying, at that point where he doesn't need belts. But every boxer doesn't need a belt. Once you get to a certain level, you don't need a belt. Floyd Mayweather, once he got popular enough and established enough renown, he doesn't need it. He's bigger than the belts. Canelo is bigger than the belt. So what you use the belt to not only get an accomplishment for yourself, but you also use the belts to springboard your popularity. You know what I'm saying? And enhance and advance your career by getting the belt. And that's what people are attracted to. It's more attractive when you're a champion. But when you're already popular, like Ryan Garcia, like I said, like Ryan Garcia, then he probably feels like the belts are inconsequential. So I'm not saying that, but in my opinion, I don't think Ryan Garcia is close to the star to where what's up, George? I don't think that he's close to the star to where he has eclipsed the belts. But I think for somebody like him, the belts just aren't important. I wish they were for him, but I don't think they are. Caitlin Clark is the most famous baller, bro. You didn't even spell her name right at all. So I know she can't be that popular if you don't even know how to spell her name. Caitlin Clark is more popular, but you just said that NCAA is bigger than NBA. Come on, bro. Like, you just talking. They're more popular right now. But you said you don't have to on other people to make your race. Exactly. That's the thing. Like, you can be proud of who you are, but you don't have to demean or denounce or be condescending towards others because they're not what you are. That's the thing. I think people confuse that when they say you're proud of who you are. You should always be proud of who you are. You should be. I'm proud that I'm black. I wouldn't want to be anything else. If you're Hispanic, you should be proud that you're Hispanic. If you're Asian or you're European or you're white or whatever, you should be proud of whoever you are. But that doesn't mean that because you're proud of who you are, you got to be demeaning or condescending towards somebody because they're another complexion than you or another orientation or another religion or another sexuality than you. You know what I'm saying? Those things are not the same. I think people often blur those lines, and it's because they try to project their ignorance onto other folks. Like that guy that came in here that maybe I'm not gonna say I got out of character. That's kind of in character for me, but that's just another side of me. I don't play with that type of stuff because I got love for all types of people, man, and I would love to put hands on that dude. just give me one round. That's it. Give me one round. You know what I'm saying? Like George says, one round with George. Just give me one round. Beat the hell out of that dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like him, but I don't think he beats too many more top names. He just exposed. Yeah, bro, that's what I said. And some people disagree with me. I said I like Ryan Garcia. That's who I was going for. I like Ryan Garcia, but I thought Devin Haney would win. I honestly, unless you are, I'm not gonna say unless you're a fanboy or nothing like that, but unless you are like Ryan Garcia himself and in his immediate circle and his family, I think the smart money. It's not that I think. There's nothing to think about it. He was the overwhelming favorite. Devin Haney was an overwhelming favorite for a reason. Ryan Garcia was a major underdog for a reason because, you know, the smart money was on Devin Haney. I thought Devin Haney was going to win, but Ryan Garcia, because I like Ryan Garcia more, and he was so much the underdog, I thought it was worth it for me to put my little money on Ryan Garcia. And I turned out to be right. But even me, I say that, hey, I'm happy that I put money on on Ryan Garcia, but I still thought Ryan Garcia was going to lose. You know, but I didn't disrespect Ryan Garcia and say that he didn't have a chance, because if I thought he had no chance, then I would have put money on him. You know what I'm saying? I thought he had a chance, but I think I gave a percentage on it. I think before the fight, I said that I have it 70-30. That 70% chance that Devin Haney's going to win. I think I even went to 75-25, something like that. And then 25% chance that Ryan Garcia is going to win. So yeah, so I think I didn't disrespect him and say he had no chance. I might have even said 80-20. I don't know, but I know I give him a chance because, you know, I respect Ryan Garcia as a fighter. But and I just love that. I think that's a great night of boxing. I love that for boxing. That was just awesome. But I do think that people that he's talking trash about, they deserve it right now because they counted him out like he wasn't even a boxer. It wasn't me versus Devin Haney. It was Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia is a fighter you got to respect. That's wild unless you added the mentality situation. Even adding that, you know what I'm saying? Even adding that, this is what I said. And you people in the stream can attest to this. I said, man, I think that he's not right mentally. I think he's mentally unstable. I still don't think that he's all the way there, you know? But I just think he was good at compartmentalizing enough to where he could, you know, and I don't think he was as far gone as we thought, but I still think something was wrong. I still think he's a little off. But I think he was able to manage that. I don't think he was as far gone as we thought. And even if you do factor in the mentality situation, you know, with his mental state, like I said, and I'm documented saying this, right? Because this is live. I said that I will give his family and Derek James, his trainers, and everybody around him the benefit of the doubt that they actually care for him and they wouldn't let him go on with the fight if he was that far gone. I've said that. So now, if you know, I don't know, because just from what I see from the outside looking in, maybe I am giving them a little bit too much credit. You know, it's his father, the people around him don't look like they're the best role models or offer the best direction to Ryan Garcia. Like Ryan Garcia just does what he wants, and even though Henry Garcia is a father, he might not be playing a father role. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're a father don't mean that you are a father figure. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that you're not directing the life, or a mother. Just because you're a mother don't mean you're a mother figure. You know what I'm saying? Or offer that care and stuff like that and that love. But I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and say that, hey man, I know if that was my loved one and he was mentally unstable and unfit, I wouldn't let him fight. So I got to give people at least that much. And you know, Ryan Garcia was fit, man. He wasn't there to handle business. They get blackballed a while. And I forgot all about the Russells. Yeah, the Russells. You saw Gary Antoine Russell. He was being interviewed a little bit. Gary Antoine Russell versus Ryan is a good fight. I think that's a good fight. I think Antoine Russell wins. I think Gary Antoine Russell wins. Like I said, I'm not discrediting Ryan Garcia, but nothing really changed in my opinion for Ryan Garcia. I like Ryan Garcia. I love his fighting spirit. I commend him because, you know, I commend him because out of all the fighters, he fought Tank and then he fought Devin Haney. Whether or not he won or lost, you know, of course he lost in Tank and he won Devin Haney, of course. But I've always said that whether he wins or loses, I still respect that. He's one that demonstrates the most fighting spirits. You can say everything about him being a social media star, and I say I think he I don't think that he's the best. But I commend him for being a fighter spirit. Having a fighter spirit, and I think he's very good. And I will say this as well, and I still believe this. Out of all the I still think Devin Haney's a more skilled boxer. I do. That's nothing, bro. Nothing has really changed for my outlook on Ryan Garcia. But I will say that I like him even more now. But if you ask me, at the 135 and 140 division, out of the top guys who are considered like the top 6 guys, Tank, Shakur, Teofimo, Devin, Subra Matias, and Ryan Garcia, those are like the big 6. Of course, you got to throw Isaac Pitbull Cruz in there now, but not counting him, disregarding him because he wasn't a champion at the time. I still think that Ryan Garcia is the least skilled from a boxing fundamental standpoint. I think he's the least skilled out of those 6, and I maintain that. But that's the thing about boxing. That's a great thing about sports, right? Especially boxing. You don't have to be the best skilled boxer to win. You don't have to have the best fundamentals. You don't have to have to win. You don't have to have power. You don't have to have durability. You don't have to have a twitchy movement or be athletic. You don't have to have one of these things, you don't have to have all of these things to be a great fighter. But it serves you well to have those things, but you don't have to have all of those things to be a great fighter. Look at Deontay Wilder. He reigned it, whether you like him or not, man. Deontay Wilder's gonna be going to the Hall of Fame for boxing. He was a heavyweight and he reigned a heavyweight. He reigned a heavyweight and he only lost up until he lost to Joseph Parker. He only lost to Tyson Fury, who's considered the best heavyweight of this era. I think Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight of this current era, and Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder only lost to him at a certain time before he lost to Joseph Parker. So you can say Deontay Wilder didn't use his jab. He doesn't have the boxing acumen that champions usually have. Well, he did. He had athleticism and he had the equalizer in his right hand, and he had those two talents, and he maximized the hell out of those talents. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to do if you go cross sports, go to basketball. When's the last time you see Steph Curry dunk? You don't have to and he's still considered one of the best, right? Because his 3-point shot is out of this world. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is not the best 3-point shooter. He's still considered one of the best, right? So you don't have to do. I learned that while going for my PhD, man. I told y'all this story before, but so long story short, I'm not gonna go into all of it. But I told you that when I was going for my PhD in engineering, when one of my biggest reservations for going to it, and a hesitancy of mine was that I didn't like to code, and sometimes we did a lot of projects where I had to not only code but code in multiple languages: C++, Java, HTML, Python. I had to code in all these different things, and I just got tired. I know I didn't have a love for it. I could do it, but I struggled with it because I didn't have a fondness for it. And then my professor was like, man, how, they wanted me to go for my PhD, shout out to them. And I was like, man, I don't know if I want to. He said, why? I said, man, because I like engineering, and I like the things that I like, but I don't like coding and such. And he was like, man, you think you have to like everything to get your PhD? He said, you think you have to do everything to be a good, you have to do everything good or do everything well to be a good engineer? And then that just kind of made me change my outlook, man. Sometimes you're too hard on yourself, so you don't worry about what you don't have. Worry about maximizing what you do have. And Devin Haney has, in my opinion, definitely has one of the best jabs at the 140 division. But I think he has the best jab at the 140 division. But I think he has one of the best jabs at boxing right now. And he still has that trait. I still think he has he's very cerebral and intelligent and dedicated to the sport and a consummate professional. I still think he has these attributes. I just think that his punch resistance or his durability isn't the best, and he was a perfect storm with Ryan Garcia. That's why they have a rivalry. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the term rivalry means. It's like, even in sports, no matter how bad the Miami Heat are doing, they could be the 8th seed when they go play the Celtics, who could be the number 1 seed. That rivalry is there, and they bring out the best in each other. That's the same thing I think that's the same dynamic that I think Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney have. So while I do applaud Ryan Garcia and he surprised me a lot, I still think he's very good. And even if he would have lost, I would still like to see Ryan Garcia because he's entertaining. Like I said, I think a lot of people say, oh, Ryan Garcia loses. They're treating like Rolly Romero, say that Rolly Romero loses, he needs to retire. No, Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero could have fought each other if they both would have lost. Rolly Romero could still go fight Ishmael Barroso. Rolly Romero could still fight a lot. If you're not a good boxer, you're not going to beat Rolly Romero. So you can say he's not elite. Yes, but people call him trash. I think people they have no clue of what they're talking about, man. It's either you're undefeated and you're the best, or you have 1 loss or 2 losses and you're trash. No matter who you lost to. Like, look what they say about Errol Spence. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, that was a pound-for-pound battle. One person lost to the other. Terrence Crawford got ascended to number 1 pound-for-pound king. And that's Errol Spence's only loss, and people say that he's trash. He only lost to the best boxer in the world. He only lost to the person that's widely considered the best boxer in the world. It's either 1 or 2 people. Terrence Crawford, number 1 usually, and Naoya Inoue, number 2 for me, and Canelo, number 3 for me. But some people will say Naoya Inoue, number 1, and Terrence Crawford, number 2. At worst, you can have Terrence Crawford, number 2, in my opinion. So, and that's only Errol Spence's loss, but he's trash. Let me catch some chats. Wilder is the Shelly Finkel project. I'm asleep. Wilder Hall of Trash. That's crazy. No, he's not. Wilder has what, 47 fights and 43 wins, or 44 wins. He has 44 wins. He has 47 fights, right? No, 48 fights. I don't know. I think he has either 44 wins or 43 wins, 3 losses, 2 to Tyson Fury, 1 to Joseph Parker, and one draw. There's no way he could be trash. You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, it's like when people say that Devin Haney's trash, but then they say, oh, he's trash. He lost to Lomachenko. So Lomachenko's trash. Because you can't be good if you had a close fight with trash. You see what I'm saying? But people don't even realize the oxymorons that they're spewing and the nonsensical bullshit that they're saying. If you're going to say Lomachenko, if you're going to say Devin Haney is trash, And even if I personally had Lomachenko beating Devin Haney, I'm gonna be honest, I had Devin Haney, I had Devin Haney losing by 1 or 2 rounds. But I thought it was a close fight that could have literally went either way. I remember having multiple swing rounds. Swing rounds meaning that this round could go for this person or this round could go for this person, depends on how you feeling or what you're looking for, what you prefer. I thought Lomachenko beat Devin Haney, but I also thought it was a very close fight that could have went either way. So if it's a very close fight that could have went either way, a lot of people share that sentiment with me, then how could it also simultaneously be a robbery? If it could go either way, that means that if Devin Haney wins, that we could see that happen. If Lomachenko wins, we can see that happen. If it was a draw, that makes sense too. So how could it go for one way just because it's not the way that you like? It means it's a robbery? No, I thought Lomachenko won. But I was cool with Devin Haney winning. I thought that I would have been cool with the draw too. But you know what I'm saying? I had Lomachenko winning, but I don't think it was a robbery. I thought it was a very close fight that could have went either way. And I'm not just using that verbiage because it sounds good. I really feel like it could have went either way. And even though my scorecard was different, I still think it could have went either way and it was a close fight. But if Devin Haney is trash and somebody had a close fight with somebody that's trash, then how can they be good? You know, people just throw out verbiage and use verbiage whimsically, and they don't even think about it. You know, they're not critical thinkers. They just like to denounce people and degrade people and demean people without putting any thought about it or having any self-reflection. Because a lot of these people that you call it trash, man, if the stuff that they worked with, man, I wish I could be as trash at a boxing podcast as Deontay Wilder was as a boxer. Because if he was trash, he got world champions. He was a world champion for a long time. So I wish I could be trash at anything as much as trash of Devin Haney. Deontay Wilder was at his job. So a lot of people wish y'all could be as bad as Deontay Wilder was at his job, at your job. So let's be real. So a lot of people that say, this person's trash, Ryan Garcia's trash, Rolando Romero's trash. These are people that are world caliber, world class athletes. So if you could, I bet you wish you could be as bad as at your job as they are at their job. But people don't think like that. They don't have any type of, self-reflection. And granted, that's part of sports too. People talk whimsically. I'm not saying you got to be literal about everything, but I say, though, you got to put some, that's what empathy is, right? You got to try to put yourself in someone else's shoes a little bit and try to feel what they talk about. It's just that their job is under the public eye. They're under every magnifying glass and they're super analyzing. Plus with what's the shit called? What's the joke called? Social media. With social media now, and everything being public, and yeah, a lot of times people are inviting people into their personal lives, like Ryan Garcia, which I think is too much. But if Wilder lose to a China man, he's trash. I ain't gonna lie, Marcos. I almost just banned you, bro. Don't say stuff like that, bro. Because Zhale Zhang is a very good fighter. So just don't think because don't think because I'm not Asian or Chinese specifically that I'm cool with that stuff. I'm not cool with that, bro. Like I really don't like that stuff, bro. Because if you say that in my stream, it makes it seem like that I'm an advocate for that. No, Zhale Big Bang Zhang is a very good fighter. So him losing to Zhale Zhang is not just him losing to a man because that's Chinese. Like he's losing to a good boxer that is also Chinese. Like what? Oh no, bro. Yeah, don't say that. That shit like that don't fly, man. Not around me. I really despise that type of stuff. That joke really bothers me. He loses to Wayne, we won't have to have the conversation no more. That's crazy. You called it Zhang, man. Wilder fought 10 bus drivers, 15 store clerks, 5 factory workers, Fury 3 times, and Ortiz twice. That's crazy. That's crazy. Zhang is a different breed of Chinese, bro. That's crazy, man. Nah, man, you just gotta be respectful. Bro, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. The reason why I feel like that is because I know boxing explores and takes advantage of that the ethnic or racial dynamic, but more appropriately the ethnic dynamic, because we're all one race. It's a human race. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say racial, but we're all one. We're the human race. You know what I'm saying? We're just different shades, We're just different shades and different colors and genders and whatever like that. But anyway, that's getting too deep. But anyway, my point is that boxing likes to exploit that dynamic, and then because a lot of people are ignorant like that, and a lot of casuals do that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with for somebody that you can relate to. So I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. But to say a blanketed statement like, "Oh, well, you shouldn't lose to him because he's from Jamaica," like what? Like what? Like there's good fighters that are black, white, Hispanic, and Asian, and there's bad fighters that are white, black, Hispanic, and Asian. You know what I'm saying? There's good and bad fighters of every shape, color, and creed. You just got to watch boxing enough. It's like I made that video about boxing, right? It's like people say, what they say? They said only black fighters are slick fighters. And I said, yeah, I mean, for the most part, yeah, there's a lot of black slick fighters, but there's a lot of black stiff fighters too. And and they say that white fighters aren't slick. I said, well, look at Lomachenko. He's white. Look at Caleb Plant. He's white and he's slick. You know what I'm saying? Now I do know that certain, like for example, Mexican style of fighting, most of them come forward and come, and they like to fight and trade of less. But Canelo has great head movement, right? He might have learned that from Floyd, but he has it. So my point is that when people make blanketed statements like that, that just proves to me that you don't watch boxing enough. And it's like when they say, oh, black fighters just run all day. It's like, well, black fighters run all day. Roy Jones didn't run. Mike Tyson didn't run. You see what I'm saying? Or quote unquote run. They were explosive with power, and you know what I'm saying? So it's just to me, it's just indicative of people's lack of knowledge. So they make blanketed statements to try to act like they know something instead just be like, hey, bro, you don't know. You're not hip. That's the dynamic why it took too long with Fury Usyk fight, because people didn't want to see two white guys fight for the undisputed. I think that's part of it. I mean, like I said, so like, but I'm not gonna say that's the only reason, but boxing does explore that dynamic, and there's nothing wrong with it. Just fans is short for fanatic, right? So sometimes people will take it too far and they'll be fanatical about things. That's what the word fanatic means, And so you're fanatical about some things. It's never good to be fanatical, because then you just start operating with emotion and not intelligence. You just operate with. A lot of times people are emotions. When they're emotional, they operate off of feelings and they make bad decisions, That's why we have a heart for our feelings and we have a brain for our intelligence and our logic. That we make the best decisions when we combine the two. Because if you just use your brain, then you're going to make decisions that lack compassion, right? And if you just operate with your heart, then you're going to make the decisions off of impulse that lack logic and intelligence. So that's why God is good, and he gives us all these things, all these tools that we can utilize together and make the best decision possible. You know what I'm saying? But people don't do that. They only operate off of one. But anyway, like I said, I don't want to go too far off of that. But my point is that my point is that boxing does explore that dynamic, and that's where the money is. That's where it's more marketable. So I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just at the same time, perfect example. All this arguing that people have done, right? You know what I'm saying? People get mad about Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney and who's going to win and all this stuff, fighting, arguing each other, calling each other names and all, degrading each other. Look at Eddie Hearn and Henry Garcia. Did y'all see that video? When Eddie Hearn and Henry Garcia, opposite sides of promotions, opposite sides of the fence when it comes to the fighters. Henry Garcia said something like SMD. And Eddie Hearn said F you. And then 2 seconds later it was the weirdest transition. They walk forward to each other like they're about to have a Mexican shootout. They walked forward to each other, hugged each other, smiled, and apologized. Because they don't care. So it's like the people that be fighting about it, bro. That's why I like to argue boxing, because I love sports and I'm passionate about who I like. But I don't want my channel to become some, oh, you only like Ryan Garcia. Oh, this channel, no, so no matter what Ryan Garcia does, I won't call it like it is. Or I only want my channel to be a tank channel. And if you like Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson, then you're not welcome. No, bro, that's not fun to me. I like boxing too much, man. I like so many fighters. I don't like certain fight. Now, there's some fights I like more. Like I said, I like Tank the most as far as in the 140 and 135 pound division, and I think he's the best. But I don't think Ryan Garcia is the best, but I like him. I like him a lot too. So I'm not denouncing people who think that way. I'm just saying that's not the best way to go all the time. And sometimes you got to make sure that that's just not going to fly here. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with going with not liking Zhang, but if you think he's weak because he's from China, yeah, I can't stand for that. That don't sit right with me. Marcos no Charter Bed was heavyweights back then. Now they are breeding bigger people. Now HGH and CRISPR technology. I remember when it was first proposed around Usyk AJ first fight. Yeah, Ali Tyson, the Foreman, never lost to a. Oh, Marcos, bro, you lucky. I don't even take you seriously, bro. So that's why I'm able to laugh at you, bro, because I don't even know what that has to do with Zhang and Wilder. If Wilder loses, first of all, it's lose. If Wilder loses, LOSES, not LOOSE, that's loose. First of all, so that just shows what I'm up against right there. But I'm gonna try to bring some common sense to you. I know you're not gonna hear it anyway. But if Wilder loses, first of all, he already lost to Joseph Parker. And a lot of people, Wilder was a heavy favorite in that fight as well. And if you watch that fight, it was more impressive, and people were more shocked at how little resistance that Deontay Wilder put up and little fight that he put up and how bad he looked. They were more impressed with that part than they were surprised at how good Joseph Parker looked. You know, he didn't even knock him out. And I'm not saying that you have to knock him out, but the fact that Wilder looked so vulnerable and he still survived it is kind of a testament to how this is how I feel now. Is that how I'm not gonna say mediocre, but I don't think that Joseph Parker is at that elite level. But what I did determine, I was more impressed with Joseph Parker's win against Zhang because he overcame adversity, he overcame the 2 knockdowns, and he won. Even though I had Zhang winning by 1 or 2 rounds, you know, I wasn't mad at that because I thought that was a fight that could have went either way. I thought Zhang ran out of gas and Parker used that to his advantage and he was killing him with the 1-2 and outboxed him. I actually thought that. I thought Wilder didn't put up much resistance at all. I thought Wilder against Parker looked like Marai against Jared Big Baby Anderson. They both didn't do anything. You know, they were just there to get beat on. So I don't really value that win by Joseph Parker too much. But what I took away from that is that I don't think that Wilder should fight anymore. I think Wilder is way past his prime, and I think he's a shell of himself. I think he's Deontay Wilder by name only. And I do think that if he continues fighting, he's going to get seriously hurt because I don't think he's capable of competing at a high level in a safe manner. I'm not saying that he can't do it at all. So I'm not saying that, oh, it's hard to tell somebody to stop doing what they love. He obviously loves boxing, but I feel like he's going to go down the path of like so many greats just fighting too long and get hurt, you know, like Roy Jones, and no shout out to Roy Jones, and you know what I'm saying, and Meldrick Taylor was punch drunk, you know, God bless him and stuff like that. So I think that some people fight too long, and you know, boxing's a hurt game. So, but we will see. Maybe Deontay Wilder can channel something else and come back stronger and beat Zhang. You know what I'm saying? But him winning or losing to Zhang ain't got nothing to do with his ethnicity. For me, maybe for you, that works for you when you watch boxing, and that's for you. That's not for me. There's very few like. I understand if you don't know spitting. I appreciate that, Jay. Now, if you don't know any one of the boxers, then of course you might go for the one that looks like you or resembles you. Yeah, but to say that somebody's not good because how they look is crazy. You're wrong about Parker not fighting at an elite level. I believe he ain't elite right now. I don't know what it is. If he ain't elite right now, I don't know what is. Parker, what's elite about Parker? Like I said, I was more impressed about him against Zhang. But tell me what elite win does he have on Parker? Does he have on you? Look, Teddy, I'm gonna be honest with you. You got to be very careful what you say. You just told me that Deontay Wilder's Hall of Fame trash. And I just talked about this, right? I just said that how can people say Devin Haney's trash, but then say Lomachenko was good for beating Devin Haney? How are you good for beating trash? You just told me that Deontay Wilder is Hall of Fame trash. So tell me who has Joseph Parker beat? And you cannot use Deontay Wilder because you just said Deontay Wilder's trash. So how can Joseph Parker be elite for beating trash? You see what I'm saying? You see the nonsensical bullshit that boxing fans say? You just literally told me that I could scroll up and show you. You just literally told me Deontay Wilder is trash. I said Deontay Wilder is going to the Hall of Fame, like it or not. And I said that I wasn't really impressed with Joseph Parker's win over Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder wasn't the right Deontay Wilder. And you just told me that Joseph Parker is elite. So he's elite off of what? He lost to Joe Joyce. Was that elite? He got knocked out by Joe Joyce. He lost to Dylan White. Was that elite? He lost to Anthony Joshua. Was that elite? But he's elite because he beat a trash Deontay Wilder. How does that make sense? It's the way he beat Zhang that you're lying. You also just told me that Zhang's not that good. You just said that Wilder shouldn't lose to a Chinaman. You just said that. Now you're telling me he's good because he beat Zhang, who's a Chinaman. Come on, bro. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's like, come on, Daddy. I love you, brother, but come on, bro. Come on, bro. You're doing the bullshit I'm talking about. So either Zhang is good and you're saying Joseph Parker is good because he beat Zhang, I'm okay with that. But you cannot tell me that Joseph Parker is good because he beat somebody that's trash. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. So either you really don't believe that Zhang is trash and you really don't believe Wilder is trash, or you do believe they're trash and you don't believe Joseph Parker's good. It's one of the two. But it can't be the fact that they're both trash and Joseph Parker's good because he beat trash. Stop it, bro. You got to pick one. He said, I never said that. Come on, bro. I can scroll up, bro. I never once said Zhang is trash. You said that you. All right. No, you said Wilder is trash. You said that Wilder shouldn't lose to a Chinaman, which is implying you didn't say verbatim that he should. But you said. Look, I'm gonna scroll up. You said that. You said if Wilder loses, I'm gonna tell you. You said, let me see. You said if he loses to Zhang, you said Wang, we won't have the conversation no more. That's implying that he's trash, Teddy. So you didn't say verbatim that he's trash, but you literally, no, you said he's a Chinese. Yes, before that, bro, scroll up, bro. I just scrolled up. You said that if Wilder loses to Zhang, then we don't have the conversation about Wilder being good anymore. That's what you said. Because you're implying that Zhang is not good. So that's why you're saying if Wilder loses to Zhang, then we don't have the conversation about Wilder being good anymore, right? So that's implying that he's not good. So, but then you just told me that Joseph Parker's good because he beat somebody that's not good. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so what was the point of saying that then? You got to explain to me, Teddy. I want to understand. So if you're not saying that Zhang is if you're not saying that Zhang is bad, what was the point of saying that? He said I'm reaching. No, I'm not reaching. So what was the point of saying that then? Explain. I'll give you opportunity. Go ahead. Nobody rates Wilder as a Hall of Famer. Wilder's going to be a Hall of Famer, whether you like him or not. Not Hall of Fame. Okay, you're not Hall of Fame? Okay, well, we'll see. Would y'all like to bet money on that? Would you like to bet money that Deontay Wilder's going to be in the Hall of Fame? Whether you like him or not. I'm not. This has nothing to do with me liking him or not. I do like Deontay Wilder, but I think y'all are forgetting that Deontay Wilder was a champion for like 4 or 5 years. So if you don't think of Hall of Trash, right? You said Hall of Trash. So you're trying to tell me that you saying Hall of Trash is not calling them trash? That doesn't make sense. I said Deontay Wilder's in the Hall of Fame. You said he's going to be in the Hall of Trash. That means you're calling him trash. Okay, I'm done with it, bro. I don't like to argue moot points because that's common sense. So I don't know. But anyway, these are how we go to bed about stuff like that. What you mean? They get voted in. What do you mean? I'm saying that you're saying that he won't be in the Hall of Fame, and I'm saying he will be. So I'm saying good Lord willing that we live to see the day when it's time for him to get inducted. I'm saying that he will make it, and you're saying he won't. So then when he makes it, I'll pay up. I mean, you pay up, or when he doesn't make it, then I'll pay up. That's how you bet on that. What you mean? I think Wilder's gonna be a first. I'm just saying he ain't going. He ain't going. Right. So if he doesn't go, that's how I will pay. And if he goes, that's how you would pay. What you mean? How do you bet on something like that? I don't understand that question. Everybody doesn't make it. So if he doesn't make it, then I would pay you. And if he makes it, then you would pay me. That's how we would bet. I don't understand where's the confusion. And if you want, sometimes they have like you can be a first ballot Hall of Famer. It means you make it in the first time. It's like I'll even let you choose. You want to say first ballot? I'll take that. I'll take that bet. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. This has nothing to do with bias. It's just what he's accomplished. It has everything. It has nothing to do with bias. It has everything to do with awareness of people that have been in there. And there's been people that haven't accomplished. What's up with the Iris? There's been people that haven't accomplished as much as him, and they're in the Hall of Fame. So, but we can make the bet. I don't want to sway you because I want your money. I don't want your concurrence. I want your money because it's going to take 10 years. I'm not sitting on the other. It's going to take 10 years. All right, bet. Now, this ain't no. That's it. We ain't got to bet. I just asked you if you want to. I didn't say you had to. I said, would you like to? I asked the question. I'll put anybody who wants to make that bet. Good Lord willing, we're alive to see it. I don't think it'll take 10 years, but we'll see. I don't know how long it takes for you to be eligible for the Boxing Hall of Fame, to be honest. I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't know how long. I'm going to look it up right now. I don't think it's that long. I know for some of this, I think for like NBA it's like 6 years, something like that. But I don't think it's that long for the boxing. I'm gonna tell you right now. Not for the bet. I'm just curious now. Eligibility: professional boxers become eligible for election for the International Boxing 3 years after they retire. Okay, so it's 3 years. Yeah, it's 3 years. It used to be 5, so they changed it. It used to be 5 before 2019, but then after 2019 they changed it to 3 years. I guarantee you. I could almost guarantee you. I'll wager any amount of money that when Deontay Wilder retires, 3 years later he'll be in the Hall of Fame. And I feel like anybody who disagrees with that, that's just because they just don't like Deontay Wilder. And you gotta be unbiased. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with me liking or disliking Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is gonna be in the Boxing Hall of Fame. I bet anybody, not just you, Teddy. I bet anybody any amount of money. It has nothing to do with me liking him or not liking him. It has everything to do with being aware of his accomplishments. And the accomplishments that are required to enter something as prestigious as the Hall of Fame. So people don't think about stuff like that though. They just, when they talk about these fighters, a lot of the times they don't think about stuff like that. We just talk about, what we don't like about them and stuff like that. But, there's a lot of people that are in the Hall of Fame that weren't a champion for as long as Deontay Wilder was. Like, these are just facts. Wilder was trash. He never beat a top 3 heavyweight. Yeah, okay. I mean, we know he's trash. Yeah, everybody's trash besides the people that you like. Yeah, no. You just said Devin Haney was trash too. So, I think you also did. You say Floyd is? Did you say who else? Who else is trash, Marcos? I think you said Floyd is trash too. Oh, yeah, everybody's trash. It has nothing to do with me disliking him. I'm just manufacturing wins, and that will be the reason he won't. All right, well, we'll see. We will see, man. Good Lord willing. Hopefully, hopefully we're both still around. Good Lord willing. And yeah, you said Tank is trash. Yeah, Tank is trash. All right, thank you. Yeah, Tank is trash. Everybody trash to you except for who do you like? Who do you like again? You like Ryan Garcia? And who else you like? You said Zhang is trash too, right? So everybody trash. This man said, "Who is he?" You said who did Wilder beat? I mean that's public knowledge, right? I should be asking you. You shouldn't ask me. You should know. You said he's trash, so you should know who he beat or who he lost to. Don't ask me. You got Google. Google's your friend. Google that shit. Google that shit. You don't know who he beat, right? So that's why you want me to tell you who he beat. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. Look that up yourself. You don't even know who he got. You don't know what belt he had or who he obtained the belt from. You don't. I don't think you know anything about Deontay Wilder besides that he lost to Tyson Fury. I feel like that's the only thing you know. Wilder beat the Uber driver. Yeah, I know. If I could be a fly on your wall, I could ask you who has Tyson Fury beat, and you would only name Deontay Wilder. I guarantee it, without referencing Google. Marcos, who has Tyson Fury beat? I know you're gonna look at Google. Who is Tyson Fury? In my opinion, is the best heavyweight right now, and he's been that way for a while. If I ask you who has Tyson Fury beat, you're just gonna say Deontay Wilder. He said, "Yeah, hopefully we have the chance to be around." Yeah, facts. I hope so, man. Fury beat Derek Chisora. Okay, so who's better, Derek Chisora or Deontay Wilder? So you think Derek Chisora is somebody to name? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, conversation over. Tyson, yeah, exactly, Teddy. This is what we deal with. So Deontay Wilder is bad, but I asked you to name somebody good that Tyson Fury beat, and you said Derek Chisora. Okay. That makes sense. Well, yeah, so that you just proved my point right there. Yeah. You just proved my point that. You see what I'm talking about, Teddy? Thank you. You should have said you Googled that he beat Klitschko. You should have said Klitschko first. You said it was an old Klitschko too, but you should have said you said Derek Chisora. Yeah, exactly. You should have said Klitschko first. I'm done with you though. Hey, you all right, man. You take care of Teddy. He says getting toxic. Nah, I ain't getting toxic, man. We just talking, man. I don't mind it, man. I respect your opinion. Marcos is a troll, so I ain't worried about Marcos. But yeah, so Ryan Garcia, man, I think that to get back to what we were talking about before, man. I think Devin Haney. The biggest thing that Devin Haney showed us is that, he's not Mayweather, man. And I think that's what he kind of try to be. And there's nothing wrong with that, because if you're gonna make your career after somebody, why wouldn't it be the arguably the greatest boxer of all time? You know, and definitely the best businessman. So I think I think Devin Haney can still bounce back. I think it's gonna be very difficult for him to bounce back. You know, like I said, from not just from the because of the type of loss that he took, it's almost better to be knocked out than to be beat up and brutalized for the duration of 12 rounds. Not that he lost every round, because I thought he won 6 rounds. I thought Ryan Garcia won 6 rounds. So I thought they split the round count, but because of the knockdowns and everything else, I thought Ryan Garcia won. By my scorecard, I had Ryan Garcia up by 113, 111, and I didn't even give Devin Haney any 7-point rounds. So I don't know how the hell that judge had it to tie, because if I give Devin Haney a 7-point round, which round 7 could have been 7 points, and then Ryan Garcia had that knockdown in round 7, and then round 10 possibly could have been a 10-7 round again. You know, I would have had it. Even worse for Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? I would have had it a freaking 113 to 109. So I don't get how you had a draw. I do think Harvey Dock, shout out to Harvey. I think Harvey Dock is a good referee, but I thought that was a pretty shaky performance from Harvey Dock. Granted, while I do say this though, I will say that with an asterisk, and I do want to say that was a hard fight to ref. 2 people say that, but they were, you know, Ryan Garcia was coming in with his antics, and some people say he was on coke, but he was coming in with his antics, and, you know, just all the stuff surrounding the event. Like, people say that he shouldn't have deducted a point in round 7. I was mad that he deducted a point. You know, I was like, man, why did he deduct a point, man? He shouldn't have deducted a point. But once I calmed down and I looked at it and I settled, I was like, that was probably a good point deduction, because if you consider everything surrounding the fight, even though he didn't get a warning, Ryan Garcia clearly hit after the break. You know, he clearly hit after the break, and some people have got knocked out like that. And some people have been DQ'd for hitting after breaks before. So Ryan Garcia is not the first person to have had a point deduction or worse happen to him for hitting one time without a warning after the break. So that has happened before. I'm not sure if it was fitting there because of the circumstances. But at the same time, you know, considering the circumstances, especially the erratic behavior and all that, I can understand why he did it, you know. So you got to think about all the emotions surrounding that fight and the aura and, you know what I'm saying, the aura around the fighters and the energy in the room, the ambiance. You know, that was a very kind of a hectic situation. So I don't knock Harvey Dock that much for taking the point away. And, you know, and it ended up not mattering too much. But I do think that he should have deducted a point, or not deducted a point, but I think he should have warned Devin Haney more for the excessive clinching. But at the same time, that wasn't just part of his game plan. Shit, he was trying to survive. It was survival tactics. So, you know, I don't know. I think people are a little bit too hard on Harvey Dock, saying it was a terrible job. I don't think it was a terrible job, but he did have some. It did look like he was showing Devin Haney a lot of love. I will say that. It looked like he was on Haney's side. I ain't gonna lie. You might got to check. You know what I'm saying? Check. He might have been trying to get paid. There was no 7. He said, Lunatic Man said they counted 1 knockdown in the 7. There was no 7. You don't have to get 2 knockdowns to get a 7 round. So I don't know what you're talking about, Lunatic. They counted 1 knockdown. I know they counted 1 knockdown. I had 3 knockdowns. 1 knockdown in the 7th, 1 knockdown in the 10th, and 1 knockdown in the 11th. So I don't know. You don't have to get knocked down twice to get a 10-7 round. So it was set up for Haney to win, yeah, but they couldn't rob him for his karma. That bitch, I'm telling you, bro, karma is undefeated, bro. Like I said, I loved it, and Devin Haney came in heavy on many other fighters. Granted, it is a slight difference because, and this is why I say Tim Bradley is right, because, you know, I just don't care. I don't want to hear it, you know, but he is right. It's just that nobody cares, because if Ryan would have lost, nobody would have been complaining about him missing weight. But because he won, people are complaining. So people have missed weight before, but Ryan, he gave off the impression that he didn't even try. He was like, well, once I get to 143, that's it. But I think he tried, but he just didn't kill himself trying. Ryan won, but yeah, I agree. I think Ryan won by a landslide. I mean, I don't know what you consider a landslide, Marcus. I don't know what you consider anything, to be honest. So I don't know. I don't think he won by a landslide, but I think he won convincingly. Like I said, I had him winning 113, 111. But I could have gave him some a 10-7 round. And I'm sorry, not 10, because he had the point deduction. Round 7 could have been a 9-7 round, and round 10 could have been a 10-7 round, also. But I didn't score like that. Nobody's gonna play to just the haters. I don't think people. Well, I think some people are hating, but I don't think everybody who has an issue with him missing weight is hating necessarily. I don't think you should ever miss weight. I think it's a sign of unprofessionalism. I do. I think once you sign a contract and you agree to negotiations, but I don't just. But this is the issue that I have with people that are having an issue with Ryan Garcia. I think that him missing weight isn't any more unprofessional than anybody else missing weight throughout the history of boxing. So that's why I'm saying that's the issue that I have when people are really mad at Ryan Garcia for missing weight. Many people miss weight. You know what I'm saying? So you should be equally as perturbed and equally as offended and equally as angry and give the same energy for everybody that misses weight. You know, so it's not just him that missed weight. So that's the only thing that that's my gripe. You know, and that's my complaint about people that are complaining, and that's why it does look like hate, in some manners. But like I said, people like Tim Bradley saying that he used it to his advantage. They're right. I think he did do that. But how could nobody cares, and they shouldn't care in my opinion, because Devin Haney employs the same tactics. But he does make weight. And that's the difference that people are saying. You know, he does kill himself to make weight, and then he blows up. So first he makes weight, and then he blows up. Ryan Garcia didn't make weight, and he blew up. You know, so that's the problem people have. But at the same time, I don't think that Ryan Garcia didn't try to make weight. I thought he tried once he got to a certain point, at 143, and he was like, no, I'm not going to try any further than that. That's what I think happened. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. But I just think this is the wrong. I think Devin Haney, no offense to anybody, but I think Devin Haney is the wrong person to try to get mad at somebody for exploiting a weight advantage, because Devin Haney does the same thing. He came in big against Kambosos. He came in big against Lomachenko. He came in big against Regis Prograis. So you can't get mad at somebody for employing the same tactic and the same strategy that somebody else does to other people. You know, and that's why Regis Prograis said it's karma, and that's how I always feel. I feel like it is karma. Now, I don't think it's karma that he lost. You know, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. You know, I'm not gonna bring karma into that. You know, it's boxing, man. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. But I do think it's karma that somebody else came in with a weight advantage like he does to other people. So, yeah, that's what. So I know it sounds like it's indifferent, but I think sometimes people don't. You know, you got to analyze the entire situation in its entirety and try your best to be objective. And when you're objective, you have to try. You know, everybody can't take in all the information. Sometimes, you know, and I know there's some information I would disregard too, but I at least I do try. I do try, you know, so I think that's the issue that we have, man. And then, but I don't know what Devin Haney goes from here. Like, I think that he has been exposed. It's not that, like I said, it's not that we didn't know. You know, Jorge Linares already showed that. Lomachenko already, I ain't gonna say he wobbled him, but he shook him up a little bit, stunned him a little bit, and then now, you know, Ryan Garcia just kick that door down. Everybody knows that he ain't got a chin, so people are going to try to bulldoze him. Can you imagine him fighting somebody like Isa Pitbull Cruz now? Can you imagine fighting somebody like Tank now, who I think is, I've always thought he was a better boxer already, and he has that power? People are just going to try to target his chin. So he has a lot of things that, not only does he have that physical setback from the loss. I said physical. Sorry, I said he has that mental setback from the loss, not physical. He has a mental setback from the loss. Then he has to overcome that, which is, you know, we're gonna see how he does. I believe in him. I think he can. But then he also has to overcome what people now know. You know, people now feel like they have the blueprint on how to beat him. So he's gonna have to overcome that too. So I think. Yeah, I think he has a difficult role, but I think he's a champion. And like I said, I don't really care for the Haneys like that, because I feel like they be capping a lot and faking and flogging a lot and, you know, saying a lot of things that just aren't true because I pay attention to boxing. But as far as him being good, I think I still think he's a good fighter. I still think he's an upper echelon fighter, a high caliber fighter, and I think he can bounce back if he has the right game plan and, you know, and he really wants to, has that desire to do so. I don't think it's the end of the road. He's only 25. But it's gonna be hard, and I don't think anybody should take anything away from Ryan Garcia, whether you dislike his antics or dislike his tactics or not. This is not the right time. I don't think it's the right time to take away. Sometimes you gotta, when you're wrong, you gotta eat the crow, and there's just a whole lot of crow to be eaten. Going around, you know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them too, because like I said, I thought Devin Haney would win. I just happened to put money on Ryan Garcia, partially because he was the underdog so severely, and then also partially because I like Ryan Garcia. I knew he had a chance, but I didn't think. I made the dumb bet, you know. But if I thought it was super out of, you know, if I thought he had no chance, like some people have said, then I wouldn't put money on him at all. Because I'm not giving really free money to anybody, you know. So I always thought he had a chance. I had it 120 to 92 for Ryan. Yeah, I bet you did. Yeah, because I don't think you know boxing at all, Marcos. But I appreciate you though. You know, this man said he right. Devin Haney ain't win a round. That's insane. I'm gonna tell you how I scored it. I scored round one for Ryan Garcia. I scored round 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Devin Haney. I scored round 6. I thought that was a very close round. It could have went either way, but I gave it. I had Garcia winning that one. I gave round 7, of course, to Garcia. I gave round 8 to Haney, but I thought that could have went either way too. You know, depends on what you're looking for. I thought it was a very close round. I gave round 9 to Haney, and I gave round 10, 11, and 12 to Garcia. That's how I got 113, 111. So I gave it an even round count, so I think they won 6 rounds apiece. But it's just once you factor in that Ryan Garcia dropped him 3 times, you know what I'm saying? I mean, round 7 was a 9-8 round for me, but it could have been 9-7 because that's how dominant Ryan Garcia was. Just like the other person came and said it was only 1 knockdown because they don't know. You got to know boxing, man. You don't have to knock somebody down twice to get a 10-7 round. It's about how dominant you are. You know what I'm saying? So if you're very, very dominant, you could take away a point again. So anyway, I personally didn't score any 7 rounds for Devin Haney, but 9 I gave round 7 I scored a 9-8, and round 10 I scored a 10-8, which it possibly could have been 10-7, and then round 11 I also scored a 10-8. So that's how I got the scorecard that I had. So it was a good fight. But like I said, I love it for boxing. I love surprises. That's why you watch boxing, because no matter how. But I thought Clarissa Shields said something that was so dope, and I respect her. You know, I respect her because one of the signs of being wise is admitting what you don't know. And she said, what did she say? She said they were like, man, I love this fight. She said, I don't really like it, or something like that. She said something to the effect of, I don't really care for it. And then her colleague said, why don't you like it? And she was like, because I know boxing that I hate when I see something and I feel like the answer is so obvious and it's so clear and I'm completely wrong. You know, and she said she hates that. And that's how boxing is sometimes, you know. Sometimes things just seem so obvious, man. Everybody thought Devin Haney was a clear winner. And look what happened, man. You know, and that's the beauty of boxing. That's the beauty of sports, period. But that's also that makes boxing so beautiful, man. Like when I watched this weekend, just made me just another reminder why I like boxing. Because no matter how obvious you think it, no matter how clear it's written, you think it's written on the wall, you never know what's gonna happen. Munguia might upset Canelo. Louis Neary might upset Naoya Inoue. Better be even Bivol. I don't think that's an upset either way. I think that's a 50-50 fight. But yeah. Frank Martin might upset Tank Davis. You just never know. Israel Madrimov might upset Terrence Crawford. You never know, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't think any of those are going to be upsets, but you just never know. You never know, man. So I think we just got to appreciate boxing, you know. Appreciate boxing. I think this weekend was a testament to that, man. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia did his thing. I don't think Ryan Garcia did anything outside of the norm of the boxing realm. As far as preparing for the fight, I don't think people should be as hard on him for missing weight as they are, because they don't keep the same energy for everybody that misses weight. He's not the first person. He used it to his advantage strategically, and that is unfair, you know, because he didn't make weight. That's unfair due to the contractual obligations, but people do that all the time. The fight goes on. Adrian Broner came in heavy against Vicente Escobedo. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd Mayweather came in heavy against Manuel Marquez. I love Floyd. Floyd to me is the GOAT. But, you know, more people also. And that's the thing. You can't say, I know I'm repeating myself now, but you can't say that Ryan Garcia had no chance. Meaning that means that no matter what he does, he has no chance. But then be mad at him because he came in 3 pounds heavier and now say that he was doing something outside of what's been seen before in boxing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think, you know, Julio in the building. That's why they have to fight. You never know. Facts, Julio. Facts. That's a big fact. You never know what's gonna happen. Devin got exposed when he fought Gamboa. I knew he was all hype. He first fought Gamboa. No, I don't think he got exposed. I don't think he's all hype. I disagree with that. That's what I said. So when people say he's a hype, so just because I'm happy Ryan Garcia won, and I think he won, and I don't think we should do anything but applaud him. I don't think that Devin Haney is a hype job. I think people I think people are just too extreme, man. You're too extreme, man. Ryan Garcia could beat Devin Haney, and Devin Haney still not be a bad fighter. Like, It's just because it's just those same people that say Ryan Garcia. If Ryan Garcia would have lost to Devin Haney, Marcos would have been in here and said Ryan. You would have been in here screaming that Ryan Garcia is trash. That's what you would have been. Yeah, and if Devin Haney would have won, and people would have been like, man, good job, Devin Haney, he beat Ryan Garcia. You'd be like, oh, Ryan Garcia is nothing. He's trash. But now Ryan Garcia won. Now Devin Haney's trash. So that's the type of person you are. And that's cool. That works for you, but to be that silly. Gamboa exposed. Yeah, I know. Gamboa exposed him so bad that he lost to him. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, he exposed him so much that he went on continue winning, and he beat him and went on continue winning and became the youngest undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. Yeah, good job for exposing Gamboa. He needs to expose himself. Maybe if he exposed himself, then he could be champion too. Shout out to Yuriorkis Gamboa. I rock with Yuriorkis Gamboa. Man. Terrence Crawford, man. That's why I say people discredit Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence Crawford gave him his first L too, if I'm not mistaken. I think Terrence Crawford was the first person to beat Gamboa. Terrence Crawford gave a lot of people their first L's. I think he gave Victor Postal his first L too. Yeah, Terrence Crawford gave Yuriorkis Gamboa his first L. Yep, I remember that fight. Yeah, I remember he gave Victor Postal his first L too. Let me talk on these NBA games, man. Devin known as Pillow Hands. Do you follow boxing? Devin's been known as Pillow Hands, you ignorant. Well, I almost called you out your name. Devin having pillow hands, that means that he's exposed? You're dumb as hell. So how is he exposed then if he was known as having pillow hands his whole career? So how did Gamboa expose him if after he still won a championship? You're not making any sense, bro. You just be talking. Let me see. What was I about to do? Oh yeah, check out the NBA. Having pillow hands means that you're exposed. They say, he said, I still think Ryan was not acting crazy. That's what I said, Julio. I don't think he was acting crazy either. I still think Ryan Garcia needs some help, and I'm glad that he came out and said that he was going to get some help. I mean, he didn't say he was going to get some help. He said he's taking a break, But then again, too, you never know, because him taking a break, him being focused on boxing might have helped him get through the mental episode. I honestly still feel like he's going through something. I don't think because he won, he's not going through something. Now, I don't think he's going through something to the extent in which I thought he was, But then some people are very good at compartmentalizing, man. That's a talent too. And that could have been what distracted him from going even further off the deep end. Maybe, he was focused on the fight and that helped him get through it. When people are depressed, they usually have something that occupies their time to keep their mind going on something else. That's what they say, right? When you're sad or you're down or you're bothered, you stay focused and stay busy, because it keeps your mind off things. So maybe this fight helped him with his depression. That's a possibility too. That's what people don't analyze these things and take these things into consideration. You said ASAP Rocky or Travis Scott? Ooh, I don't know. I don't really care for either one, to be honest. Music, I want to listen to. Not that I don't care for them, but I mean, they're all right. I just want to listen to their albums. That's not my type. I like more like Sada Baby, T.I., Lil Wayne. Those kind of rap music I listen to. I don't really listen to Travis Scott or ASAP Rocky. But if I had to pick, I'd probably pick Travis Scott, because I could think of more songs off the top of my head that I like from him than ASAP Rocky. But I like a couple songs by both of them though. Devin lost it. Yeah, I'm done reading your comments. Loma's a different animal, even if his old buddy. Yeah, I'm done reading his comments, but I ain't gonna lie. He be trolling too much. He just be talking, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He's like a little kid. I'm not done reading him. I'm done responding to him. But Lomachenko, man, I think speaking of Lomachenko, man, I got Lomachenko beating Kambosos. What you think? I'm just trying to watch this game, bro. It's not pulling up. I know a lot of people want to see Lomachenko and Tank. I think Tank, like I said, I think Tank beats everybody at that rank, at that weight class. To be honest, I would like to see Lomachenko and Shakur, even though there's a possibility that fight could be less exciting than we think, but I think it'll be a good fight. Loma, yeah, I have Loma beating Kambosos too. I think Kambosos has a chance though. I don't think he's so far gone as a lot of people may think, but I do think that Lomachenko wins. I gotta go, Doc. All right, take care, Jansen. Appreciate you coming through, man. Like I said, sorry for that outburst earlier, bro. But I shouldn't apologize. That's how it's gonna be, because that's how I am, man. I'm a nice guy, but you know, I got lines. I got lines too. I'm human. But yeah, man. So matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and call it 2. Actually, we've been on for how long? Almost 2 hours. Well, we're gonna keep going for a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna try to stay on for a little longer. Try to stay on for a little longer, man. I think that so I think we look at sports. I want to bring more common sense to boxing. That's what I want to do, man. I want to bring more common sense to boxing. I want to bring more rationale to boxing. I want to bring more critical thinking to boxing. You know, from a fan standpoint too. So was the fight profitable after all? Did the arena sell out? No, I don't think the arena sold out. What's up, Smoochie? Smoochie in the building. I don't think the arena sold. So last time I looked, it didn't, but I didn't look again on fight night. So they possibly could have had a sudden rush of people. I don't think so, but they could have, you know. So, but to answer your question, I don't think so. But I didn't look on fight night or after the fight. I did not look on fight night or after the fight, man. So that's crazy. This man LeBron just got an and 1, bro. This man LeBron too strong, bro. So it was yeah. So I think it was probably profitable, man. I think so. I think like I said, man. I think Ryan Garcia's antics kind of backfired on them as far as the marketability goes. But I do think overall the marketing for the fight was bad. Like, even from the undercard standpoint, I feel like the undercards were good fights, but they weren't notable people. Like, they weren't really known. Like, I know Scrappy Ramirez. I'm talking about from a general public point of view. I'm not talking about just from a boxing purist point of view. You know, but like Scrappy Ramirez, I don't think too many people know him. And David Jimenez, I know David Jimenez. You know, I remember he had a fight against was it Artem Dalakian? And I felt like David Jimenez won that fight. He got robbed before, you know, and that was his only loss, if I'm not mistaken. So that fight was a good fight to me. I said that would be the most competitive fight, and I was right, actually. I said that going into the event, that I said John Scrappy Ramirez versus David Jimenez is going to be the most competitive fight in my opinion, and I was correct. That was a good fight. I think that was the most competitive fight of the night. I thought they robbed Sean McComb versus Arnold Barbosa. Arnold Barbosa was a beneficiary of that was a robbery. You know, people are talking about robberies. I think Sean McComb was robbed terribly, egregiously. Oh my gosh, that was bad, man. Sean McComb outpointed Arnold Barbosa Jr. That was a travesty, man. I don't even know. Like, I would say he deserves a rematch, but when you get robbed like that, I don't even know. I don't even know if you want a rematch. I don't even know if you want a rematch, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you just that's just disheartening. You know what I'm saying? That's discouraging, bro. Like, Sean McComb won that, bro. I feel bad, but anyway, you know, he wasn't the favorite, so it is what it is. It happens sometimes. Great fights, questionable decisions. Yeah, I thought it was good fights, but I thought the card was. I don't think the card was great. I think the card was bad, actually. We talk about like the other fights, like the undercards and stuff, because the card has to be the whole thing, right? So I think there were good fights, yes, but I thought the card wasn't good. And I think that's, you know, in addition to Ryan Garcia's antics and people's lack of confidence that he was coming seriously to fight, you know what I'm saying, with intent to fight. I think that hurt the promotion, but I still think they should have did a better promotion. Like, look at Tank versus Frank. They got David Benavidez versus Alexander Vazdik on the undercard, and they're talking about they have Rayo Valenzuela versus a rematch versus De Los Santos on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? Lenny in the building was good. And they also said, look at Terrence Crawford is supposed to be fighting Israel Madrimov. They said that Andy Ruiz is fighting Jared Miller on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that these are big names, but they're known people. They're notable people. They have some renown. And somebody else is on the undercard too. I think Leo Santa Cruz is making his return against Abner Maris. They're having their third fight. You know, so like that's an undercard. You see what I'm saying? Nobody really knew the undercard on Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney's fight. I thought that was a terrible promotion, in my opinion. I feel like the names that Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia have, especially Ryan Garcia, I feel like that was a terrible promotion. You know, and like I said, and they did the best they could, because I thought Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, they messed up. More so Ryan Garcia when the Mets kicked him out when they went to go throw that pitch. That hurts the promotion as well. Remember, the Mets didn't even let them in to throw the first pitch, so that also hurts the promotion. So what's up, Cupid? You said, what's your take on GTD? I don't know who that is. Javante Tank Davis? Is that who that is? GTD? I'm not sure. If that's Tank Davis, I think Tank Davis. If that's who that is, I think Tank is the best. My take on him is he's actually him and Ryan Garcia are my two favorites as far as who I like the most. I don't think Ryan's the best skill wise, but I think he's good enough. I think some people underrate his skill, but at the same time, he hasn't really shown too much growth. Like, I just think he had Devin Haney's number, but if you look at his fights from Luke Campbell to Javier Fortuna to Oscar Duarte to Devin Haney, I don't really see that much growth, except for him physically. He physically grew, stronger and wider and taller. But outside of that, I don't really see too much growth of him. So I don't really see too much improvement, and that's not really good. But he is still only 25, so he still has time if he dedicates himself. But I don't know. But yeah, so those two are my favorite at the 135, 140 division. But I think Tank is the best. I don't think anybody beats him at 135 or 140, especially not at 135. What about you, Cupid? What do you think? But yeah, I enjoyed the cards though, Lance. I definitely enjoyed the card, but I don't think it was a good card. So just because I enjoyed it, I don't think that's synonymous with it being good. I think a card like Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, a fight of that magnitude, I think on the undercard should have been somebody else. Like, I'm not saying Esau Pitbull Cruz exactly, but because he just had a fight. But I think they should have had somebody at like Esau Pitbull Cruz notoriety level. Like maybe they would have had somebody of the caliber. I'm talking about renown now, popularity. Somebody of like as popular as Esau Cruz. Like let me think of somebody for realistically. Like let's say they had who hasn't fought in a while. I don't know. Raymond Muratalla just fought, so not even him. I don't know. I can't think of off top of my. Diego Pacheco just fought too. So let's say they would have had like Christian and Billy at 168. He's a contender at 168. If they could have had like him or something, or let's say I don't know, somebody like that. I heard that Ryan now wants Spence. That should be a fun fight. Man, Ryan wants everybody, and I believe him too. I think you have to believe him. Ryan Garcia has proven that he's willing to fight everybody. Ryan Garcia said he wants Errol Spence. He said he wants Sean O'Malley in the UFC. He said he wants Terrence Crawford. He said he wants Jerome Boots Ennis. He said he wants Shakur Stevenson. These are all literally people that he said he wants. I think he needs to chill out. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but sometimes you could be, bite off more than you could chew. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all know I like Ryan Garcia a lot, but I don't think he beats any of the people I just named. He also said he wants Conor Benn. I think he beats Conor Benn. If Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn fight, I'll put money on Conor Benn. I put money on Ryan Garcia. Excuse me. School suspended due to heat. 42. Ooh. I'm glad you get a break off of school, but I'm sorry that temperature. So yeah, man, I think please don't forget to like the video, man. Please don't forget to like the video for your boy. I'm talking about help us grow. Where are you at again, Jensen? You're in the Philippines, right? Oh, my dog's outside. You said 40. My balls are. Hey, yo, chill out, bro. Last time you was talking about your PP, now you talking about your balls, bro. You talking about your little nut sack. What we doing, man? Come on, bro. What we doing, man? Why is all my stuff messing up today?
What?
Yeah, you're in the Philippines. Okay, yeah, I'll make sure I wasn't confused you. Okay, bet. So you're talking about Celsius then. I was making sure. When you said hot, burning, it's 42 degrees. It's burning. But yeah, 42 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that is very hot, man. That's like over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like 106 degrees, something like that. Fahrenheit. Jeez. Yeah, that's hot. I'm in Florida, and it's not that hot. Thank God. Yeah, school. Yeah, school better be. Everything better be canceled. Hell, it's that hot. You know, that's too hot, bro. But yeah, man. So I said I was. I'm still not over this Devin Haney Ryan Garcia weekend, man. I thought it was great for boxing. I know some people are gonna be mad that Devin Haney lost. I did not expect him to lose, and if he was gonna lose, I didn't expect him to lose like that in that fashion. You know, well, I did say that if it ended early, if Ryan Garcia wins, I thought he would win by a knockout. I didn't think he would win a decision, and he won. Not only did he win a decision, but he could have won by knockout, and he got multiple knockdowns. He had 3 official knockdowns, but it could have really been like 4 or 5, really, if Harvey Dock wasn't showing extra love. Harvey Dock was showing Devin Haney some love, but Ryan Garcia, I was like I said, I'm still not over it, man. I'm just happy, man. I'm happy that he won, and I do feel bad. I do kind of feel bad for Devin Haney, man. Even though I don't really care for him, that was tough. That was tough to watch. Yo, Bentley in the building was good. But the good thing, Ryan honored the fight. Bro, that's why, bro, I say you can say stuff about Ryan Garcia if you want. Yeah, Ryan Garcia seems like a very, like I say, he's like a God-fearing dude, and I value that. I like that. And he seems like a pretty honorable person, man. Not saying everybody do that. None of us are perfect, so. But yeah, remember when he had that belt with? It's that belt. Remember he had that bet with Gervonta Davis, and he said he was gonna pay, and Tank told him that he said no, don't worry about it. Shout out to Tank too. He a real one. That's why I rock with Tank as well. A lot of people don't talk about that, but yeah, he lost a bet with Tank, and Tank said no, don't worry about it. Tank, I think they bet their whole purse or something like that. But the good thing, yeah. So shout out to Ryan, man. I like Ryan Garcia. And I said that why you could discredit his tactics, or you could say he's shameful or whatever. But like I said, people are acting like he's the only person that ever missed weight before. Now, if you want to say that he did it intentionally, whatever, then that's you playing. That's you trying to do too much. You know, I trying to bestow judgment and trying to figure out what somebody's trying to do in their mind. I just care about the end result, and the end result is that, you know, plenty of people have missed weight before. You know, you want people to value their contractual obligations and make the weight. But if they don't make the weight, then you can cancel the fight. But not only did Devin Haney decide to keep going with the fight, he also got paid a large lump sum, $1.5 million. You know what I'm saying? And you probably, to be fair, you're not. I'm glad he didn't cancel the fight because you don't want to cancel the fight, and you had under a lot of pressure and everything that went through with it. You know, Devin Haney, just from a pride alone standpoint, you're probably not going to cancel the fight. But yeah, so I don't think. But so he didn't cancel the fight, and that's what it is, man. You know, because like I said, you can't say that Ryan Garcia had no chance and then get mad at him when you say he came in three pounds heavy and say that he only won because of that. You said he had no chance. So even if he came in 3 pounds heavy, that shouldn't be enough to win because you said he had no chance. So now that he's letting him bask in his glory, man, he deserved that because everybody counted him out. Inoue versus Neri. Oh, you know I got Inoue all day. Hey, I was wrong about Emmanuel Inoue in Japan. You were absolutely wrong. You corrected me incorrectly, but it's okay. I still love you, brother. Emmanuel Rodriguez, I responded to you though. Ain't no pressure, man. You know, I don't mind being, you know, I don't mind somebody. I'm not right about everything, you know, and that's why I am so smart because I know that I'm not right about everything. I'm not perfect, but I do my due diligence. And I try to you know, dot my I's and cross my T's because I try to give people the correct information. So, but everybody make mistakes. I'm not above mistakes. Now you good, Bentley. I ain't tripping. But yeah, I think that you were thinking, like I said, I responded to you, but I think you were thinking that he fought McDonald in England because McDonald is actually English. He's from the UK, but now he fought him in Japan. He fought Emmanuel Rodriguez, who's I believe is Puerto Rican. He fought him in England. But nah, you good though. But yeah, I think Inoue is gonna knock Neri out, to be honest, because I think Neri's gonna come to fight, and I respect Neri, but I think he's gonna lose by knockout. That don't mean he has no chance though. You know, and it depends on how much of the underdog he is. I might bet on him like I bet on Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm talking about? But we'll see. I really like Naoya Inoue a lot though too, so I don't think I will bet on that. But you never know, because it depends on how much of an underdog he is. But I have Inoue winning that one. I pretty much have all the favorites winning from here on. Like Canelo, I have Canelo and Munguia. I have Canelo winning. I don't know if Tyson Fury. Who's the favorite in Tyson Fury versus Usyk? I have Tyson Fury winning. I think Tyson Fury might be the favorite, but I'm not sure. I think he should be the favorite. But I got Tyson Fury winning that one. But that one I think is dangerous because I think Usyk can win for sure. I think he has a good chance to win. I think that's more like a 60-40 fight, 60% for Tyson Fury. I really think it should be like a 70-30 fight, but I just don't know how focused Tyson Fury is going to be. And then I have Lomachenko beating Kambosos, and I have Tank beating Frank Martin. I think Tank and Frank Martin. I think that's like a 70-30, 60-40 chance. I think people are discrediting and discrediting and underestimating Frank the Ghost Martin. I think he's a good fighter, and I think that stylistically he matches up well with Tank. But I think Tank's gonna clip him. Anyway, liver shot might seal the deal. That's what it is. Pitbull will defend his title against Jose. Ooh, really? Oh, you're asking me? I don't know. Last time I heard, Jose Valenzuela is supposed to be fighting Edward De Los Santos on the Tank Frank undercard. So if you're asking me, I don't think so. Last time I heard was that they're trying to get Edwin De Los Santos and Jose Valenzuela to have their rematch. Because, Jose Valenzuela has 2 losses. One to Chris Colbert, and he avenged that. And then his other loss was to Edwin De Los Santos by knockout. So he's saying he wants to avenge that. So that man, that'd be a great undercard, man. That's what I'm saying. So like, if you just think about the undercards that we have seen, even though Sebastian Fedor replaced Keith Thurman, that PBZ card, that was a good card. It had Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fedor was supposed to be. Sorry, Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu, but then Keith Thurman got injured, so he's replaced by Sebastian Fedor, and then Sebastian Fedor and Tim Tszyu. And then on the undercard, it was Isla Pitbull Cruz and Raleigh Romero, and what's his name was on there too. Dang, I can't remember right now. I had a brain fart, but you know what I'm talking about. There's some pretty good fighters there, man. What's my guy's name? He actually beat Fedora. Brian Mendoza, who had ended up losing to Buachuk. I believe the Ukrainian fighter. And there was somebody else too on that undercard. It's just slipping my mind right now. This weekend undercard was horrible. Yeah, thank you, Bentley. I agree. That's what I was just telling. Who was I just telling? Someone in the chat, man. I was just telling Lance that the undercard was bad, but it was good fights. But it was bad from a selling standpoint, from a marketing standpoint. It was bad. The fights were actually good, but from a marketing point of view, it was terrible. So I know, and I think Ryan Garcia had a lot to do. His antics had a lot to do with it not selling. I think a lot of people didn't take the fight seriously. But I also think a lot of it had to do with how they sold the undercard or didn't sell, the lack of sale of the undercard rather. And I think partially that could kind of go back to to Ryan Garcia again, because they're talking about Arnold Barbosa potentially replacing Ryan Garcia if he couldn't make it. So, but yeah, I thought the undercard was not good at all. But it is what it is, man. I think we have a lot of good boxing to look forward to. Who's fighting this weekend? Is it Virgil Ortiz Jr. fighting this weekend? Let me look it up. I think Virgil Ortiz is fighting this weekend, man. So he has some good boxing coming up this weekend, man. I think we got some let me see. Yeah, Jose Ramirez versus Rancis Bartholomew. Yep, that's this weekend. And then I could have sworn, Virgil Ortiz is fighting this. Oh, no. Wait, what? Bro, I could have sworn Virgil Ortiz was fighting this weekend. Yeah, it is. Okay, Virgil Ortiz is fighting this weekend. So why the hell it didn't show up? Why did I have to look it up by itself? It didn't show up on the big card. Who is he fighting? Returning from the blood disorder, and then just about 29 months before that night. Ortiz weighed in 2 pounds over the junior middleweight. Oh, see, and Ortiz, you see, speaking of people coming in heavy, right? Or even Virgil Ortiz came in. He had a layoff though. But Virgil Ortiz came in heavy against Frederick Larson. He missed weight. I didn't know that. I forgot. I'm sure I knew at the time, but it's nothing. That's what I'm saying. It happens. So that's nothing that I retained. Yeah, it just says he's returning. It doesn't say. It doesn't say against who. It does not say against who, man. I'm trying to see now. Give me a second. I would like to see Usyk beat the Fury. You would like to see? I want Fury to win. I just hope Fury is focused, man. Yeah, they still haven't announced. Well, at least let me know if you know who. Yeah, Virgil Ortiz is supposed to be fighting this weekend, but it doesn't say who. It doesn't say against who. So yeah, it's probably gonna be an easy fight then. Like he got. I think Virgil Ortiz. I think it's about time for him to step up the competition too. You know, just like Boots. Him and Boots need to step up their competition, man. This man got to fight this weekend. It's not even showing who he's fighting against. It's not even showing who he's fighting against, man. But yeah, chat. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it, man. My bad for going in on that dude earlier, man. My bad to let that side of me out, man. I just get that. It's just people on the internet, man. They're just goofy, bro. You just gotta laugh it off and ignore them. But you know, my chat we're a small channel, so I see every comment and I respond to it, man. And I respond to it how I respond to them how I respond to people in real life. You know what I'm talking about? So shout out to y'all. But yeah, that dude, man. I love to put hands on that dude. Not just because what he said, just because I feel like cowards should get punched in the mouth. Because if you're a coward, be a coward. Don't try to be tough on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Be who you are. Don't try to, because I know you're a coward. Because only ignorant, weak, cowardly people talk crazy like that on the internet because they feel like the keyboard and the monitor give them some type of protection barrier. What up, Tay? Yeah, haters, you right, Jansen, you right. I didn't want to ban him, but he started saying too many racial words. I can't keep that in the chat because which it doesn't. But that part doesn't bother me because that just reflects your own ignorance. But I still can't have that in the chat because then people think that stuff is tolerable, and most importantly, they think that I'd be cool with that, and that's the wrong message. Because I don't care about it because it's said on the internet. If it was said somewhere I could within arm's reach, yeah, I'd have folded him up. Was there a post-drug screening after the Haney Ryan fight? Bro, people are asking for that, man. So no, so when I said that, what my title is, I'm saying that people have been accusing Ryan Garcia of cheating. Not only cheating from missing weight, but also cheating from say he might have been on drugs, not just PEDs, but also coke. And I don't think so. You know, I don't know though. I don't know about the coke. He could have been on coke. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He was really excited, but acting crazy. But that could just be him too. He could just be a very energetic person. But my point is that, to me, in my opinion, these things are coming at a bad time because these allegations and these questions are coming at a bad time. And let this man beat Devin Haney, man. Nobody expected that. Stop trying to diminish his win. Now, I'm not saying that these questions aren't valid, but my point is that there are other people and other situations where these questions were just as legitimate and just as valid, but they weren't asked. But because Ryan Garcia, he did the unexpected under the conditions in which he did, and he performed and exceeded people's expectations. Now everybody want to say, oh, him not making weight was cheating, and him, you know, so granted, it was unfair. You know, the people that say that, like Tim Bradley, first of all, I think I disagree with Tim Bradley, but I think Tim Bradley is a good commentator, and I appreciate his opinions. I love when people disagree. I don't like people that are just contrarians for the sake of being a contrarian. Like if you say up, they say down, kind of like how Marcos is in the chat. He just likes to say the opposite of people try to stir the pot. But if you have some people really feel, if you really feel a certain way and you're passionate about it, just say it. And I don't think that there's anything disingenuous about Tim Bradley. I think he really feels that way. However, you know, I just think that was bad timing. I think I disagree with him vehemently, and everybody else who thinks that Ryan Garcia didn't make weight on purpose. Okay, so what? There's a lot of people that miss weight on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So why is it so him missing weight in this instance shouldn't be any more of a crime than anybody else missing weight in their instance, whether or not it was their intention or not. I don't care about intention. I care about the end result. And the end result, whether you intended to or not, is that you miss weight. He's not the first person. He's not the last person that's going to miss weight. So so to say that is like, oh yeah, you cheated and you don't deserve the win. I don't want to hear that. Or it wasn't an even playing field. I don't want to hear that. It's the wrong time to do it, especially when you consider that Devin Haney employs the same tactics in his wins. He came in at 165. That's Canelo numbers. He came in at 165 against Regis Prograis. At Regis Prograis, he was supposed to be moving up to fight Regis Prograis. So he employs the same tactics and the same strategy and takes advantage of the same things when it comes to blowing up. Now, I will say the difference is, which I will agree with those, like Roy Jones and those who have also said this, and which I agree with, and this is what I said too. It is different to lose 3 pounds and to drain yourself to lose 3 extra pounds to make the weight. So I will respect that. Devin Haney does blow up, but he does make the weight. So he does make the weight initially. So you got to, like I say, he's a consummate professional. But at the same time, Ryan Garcia paid for the extra weight that he had. So it was like he just, he missed weight. He paid for it, paid the 1.5 million, $500K per pound, and they still agreed to fight, and the fight went on. So I just think that this is a bad place to plant your flag and say that that he used some tactics that weren't fair or weren't right, because plenty of people miss weight before. David Benavidez has missed weight before. Plenty of fighters. Floyd Mayweather has missed weight before. Some people have missed weight before, whether it's intentional or not. They have missed weight, and I don't think it's just part of it. Unfortunately, especially with a guy that abuses his weight. That's why I say that people should stop killing themselves to make a weight that they know that they're not comfortable at fighting at. The bigger problem to me is that people kill themselves to get to a smaller weight to have the advantage for when they blow up. So it's like people that don't like the rehydration clauses, and I understand people not liking rehydration clauses too, but I personally don't have a problem with it, because I don't think that you should be blowing up. You should be killing yourself to get down to 110, and then when the fight actually comes around, you blow all the way up to 130. I think blowing up 25 pounds is crazy. 25, 30 pounds is crazy. And that's what Devin did. He did 25. I can understand going up, rehydrating 10 pounds or something like that. And I think, and some people are saying that, it's just water weight and it's just salt and all that. I don't care what it is. It could be poop. It could be extra shoelaces, extra hair. I don't care what it is. You know what I'm talking about? It could be whatever. I don't care what the extra weight it is, whether it's sodium or just water, whatever it is. It's still extra weight that you're putting on, and most likely you're going through a regimen. That's why they have nutritionists for, right? These are all people with money, so we're not going to act like they don't. So people will say, you can't just blow up that much. You won't be comfortable blowing up that much if you go from 140 and blow up 20 pounds in 24 hours. Yes, you're going to feel different, but they're not just regular people doing this. These are people that have done this before, and their body has become acclimated to that process. Number one, their body's become acclimated to that process. Number two, they have dietitians, they have nutritionists with them that will help guide them to do it in a safe and respect and a safe and responsible manner. So they're not just a regular person doing it. You know what I'm saying? So this is stuff that they have practiced before. So let's not act like they don't have it done. Take the proper provisions and take the proper precautions to do this in a safe and effective manner. And they've done it well. And Devin Haney has done it well in the past. So for them to act like it was just this guy. They both blew up, So I don't know what the unofficial weight was, like I knew for the Regis program, Devin Haney weight. I tried to look for it, but I couldn't find it. Maybe I didn't look hard enough. But I didn't spend too much time looking for it. But I think that Ryan Garcia came in as a bigger man, but I don't think he was too far off from Devin Haney. I mean, like I said, Devin Haney. I'm sure Devin Haney was in the 160s as well. I think Ryan Garcia may have been in the late 160s or 170s. You know what I'm saying? He looked very healthy. I ain't gonna lie. That boy looked healthy. These biscuits. I don't know why my stuff is not playing right, man. My computer tripping, man. Yeah, my computer tripping today. But yeah, I don't know, man. So some people are saying that he was on some stuff, but I don't know. I'm sure there was a post-fight thing. Like I said, I don't think that anybody's accusing him of being on any performance-enhancing drugs, but I think people are thinking that he may have been coked up. Hey, when you coked up, bro. I don't know personally, but from what I seen, what I'm saying, coming from where I'm from and knowing what I know and seeing what I seen, sometimes you feel invincible when you coked up. Feel like you can do anything, man. You go to any hood near you. Or any trailer park near you, or whatever, or impoverished portion of the city near you, and you give anybody out there that's on crack, you offer them $5 and tell them to do something crazy, they gonna do it, and you gonna be like, what the hell? How the hell they just did that? And that crack got you. You turn into a superhero, you on crack. What? Crack or coke, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to go ahead and get off. I'm about to watch the second half of this game. Got the Lakers and the Nuggets, man. I'm about to enjoy the second half of this. And I appreciate y'all kicking with me, man. Once again, like I said, I apologize for the outburst I had earlier dealing with that goofy. I don't apologize for what I said because I meant what I said, but that's still just because you feel some way don't mean it's right to react. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be easy. God bless. Remember, with God we can do anything. Without God we are nothing. Y'all be easy. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Remember, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we definitely host all the fights. So I'll be providing live boxing commentary for this fight this Saturday, featuring Bartholomew and Virgil Ortiz Jr. with his opponent to be announced. So you know I'm gonna start popping up more more often as well throughout the week. As long as we have stuff to talk about, man. I just don't want to pop up and I don't have anything to talk about just saying, you know what I'm saying? So don't forget to like the video. It helps me grow a lot, and I appreciate that, man. Tell your mama, your aunties, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-friends, everybody about the channel, man. It help me grow, man. Free supporters to like the video and watch the video. You know what I'm talking about? Watch the videos I drop too. We out. God bless. Remember, with God we can do anything. Without God we are nothing. Peace. The doctor's out. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.